Good evening, everyone. Hope we're all going well. Here for another watch-along again. Just quickly doing my multi for tonight, as always. It's already got 15 plus touches. So Sheldrick, I think Grundy gets 15 as well. What do we go? No, none of those other guys. I think we've got back Bailey Williams again. I'll back in Sanders for 15. Back in English for 15. Alright, cool. That's 15. Let's go to 20. I think Errol gets 20. I think Heaney and Warner get 20 each. I think Mills will get 20. I think Kennedy gets 20. Cool, and then that's it. And then we'll go 25, and then that's it. We'll go Bont for 25. Cool, and I reckon we'll leave it at that, I reckon. And we'll do the $2 bonus bet that expires. So that'd be nice if it comes off. Has anyone got... So I want to do one that's like, because it's like you get your money back here. I think disposals, that's the ones that guarantee. I think Warner will get 20. I think Bont will get 25 in their milestone games. What do you reckon's the other guaranteed ones in tonight? What? Darcy kicking a goal? Oh, it's $1.03. Actually, no, maybe it's not worth. No, it's only got a minute to go. It's probably nothing I can guarantee there. What the payout? It's like $20-something if it happens. Anyone got any questions for tonight that they want me to answer quickly before the game starts? If you got them, just chuck them in the comment. Just chuck them at the bottom of the thing so I can answer it for you if you guys have got any questions before we start. Actually, one that might work. Darcy to kick 2 or more. Then we'll go Warner for 20. And then we'll go Bont for 25. May we'll back that in. We'll put $10 on that one. Because you get the money back anyway. If it comes off, great. So $10, get back $28.75. Yep. Cool. Just did that one. And we'll see what happens. Darcy VC of Noma Carton says, I'm on it. I probably wouldn't worry about Darcy VC. I know it just clicked over, but I wouldn't have probably done that. Footy Frenzy says, answer my question quick. What was your question, Footy Frenzy? Do I need to find a way to get Mills in this week? I don't think you have to get him in. You can wait. But he's also a good option this week. So it's really up to your team and what you can do with it. So Jordan, Warner and Heaney are in the first CBA. So it'd be interesting if Jordan goes to Ed Richards or if he goes to Bont. That'll be what I'm looking for. Cheers, Balsa Footy Frenzy. Hope it helps, mate. So Kennedy's starting at... Is that Kennedy at half-back? He's on Papley. I think Kennedy's at half-back. That's interesting. So Warner's on Bont. So there you go. Yep, Jordan's on Ed Richards, which is what I predicted not pre-game. I didn't think he'd go to Ed Richards, but I thought that Jordan would go to Dale. But I thought Richards is probably going to get tagged more than him. But away we go to start a fantasy relevant game for sure. Don't know what happened there. Free kick for someone. So what's Papley done? Papley's gone after Sam Darcy and he throws into the ground. That was interesting. So English free kick. I'm not sure what happened there. Well, who have we got tonight? Who have we got for the game? Here's Sam Darcy. Bloody hell. Straight away. What have you guys got? Who have you guys got tonight? I've got Mills, I've got Bont, and I've got Warner. So I've got the 3, hoping that we can get some good scores. Was too late. Oh, hang on. Where was that? Was 10k short of going Foster Mills. So this will be a hard watch if Mills tons up, says DJ. Yeah, it'd be interesting watch to see how Mills goes tonight. And Darcy, first goal of the game. Yep, goal for Darcy. Jordan to Richards, says Corey Blackledge. Yep. Yep. Jordan on Richards says, for your frenzy, Darcy might kick 10 tonight, says Elizeno. Connor Vanderplay, tick these off. Campo, Johnson, and Zorko to Alga or West. Moore and Mills. Leaves no rooks on field, and unfortunately, poor cash gen means Zorko has to go, or I have to trade in a mare player for no rookies. Yeah, if that's the case, I don't mind those trades. Obviously, I like the ins of Dylan Moore and Callum Mills. So, yep, don't mind those ones. If you can go 2 rooks down and then go 1 rookie up to Mills and just leave it at that, that's fine. But if you have to, I don't mind doing those. Footy Fast Frenzy says Bont. Oh, he's got Bont tonight. There you go. Hey, Bales, currently VCing Richards tonight in draft. Put the C on Brayshaw or Marshall. I think I'm Brayshaw over Marshall this week. Just with Darcy and Jackson being there, but it's a tough one. I think both could be good. Another free kick for English. So 2 frees against Grundy to start the game. And English a couple of free kicks to start. So give it to his Mills with a handball to start things off. Good to get an early touch at least. There's Papley. So it looks like Mills is in defence. He looked like he was going to Mills there for a second. Here's Chad Warner with a handball. Early disposal for Warner. Good to see. Fantasy, Mills, Heaney, and Darcy, says Corey. Yep, good couple of three good players there. Connor Vanderplay, no rooks. We complete cash in, so stuck with that. That's fine, Connor. That's all good. Here's Warner with a kick. There's Lloyd. So Warner's had a couple of early touches. Trying to find Blakey. That could be in the back against Vandermeer. Blakey getting in him as well. Free kick. Would you go West or Alga for F8? Ooh. A lot of people are going to say West because of the ruck forward. And West is probably likely to make cash quickly. I think Alga's got the chance to play more games for the remainder of the year. Because unless Charlie West lights it up in his first game, I don't think he's in Collingwood's best 22. Whereas if Alga has a good game, I could see him staying in the team for around the year. So if you want someone that's got more of a chance of playing multiple games in a row, I think it's Alga. But if you want someone that might make you 50k quicker, it's West. And it gives you the ruck forward flexibility that will help. That's a miss for Blakey. So it will help with that. But yeah, that's how I'd split it, Connor. But yeah, looks like Dale's got the strapping on his calf again. Here's Bont for a +5. Gives it to Dale. That's not a great handball. Bont's going to get it. Oh, no. Turned it over from Dale. So Lloyd, that's another behind. Thank you, Susan, for the super chat. Very much appreciated. Kennedy, Roberts, and Mills for me tonight. Good luck all. Thank you, Susan. Appreciate the super chats every watch long. It's very much appreciated. Bailey Williams is someone that's getting it done, isn't he? He just keeps getting it done week in, week out. There's Davidson. Swan's run home is lovely, says Jay Sutts. Yes, agreed. And Jay Sutts, I apologise, mate. I did see you sent me a Patreon message. I just didn't get a chance to answer it before tonight. Did your question have players from tonight, or is it all good to answer after the game? There's Darcy for another goal. Darcy got 2, so that's the first part of the multi ticked over that I had. Darcy for 2, and he's got 2 already, so that's nice. My hot take is Warner will be top 6 this year. I hope so. I've got him in the team. So, but Darcy, good start. 3 touches, 2 goals to kick things off. Warner got a tackle, which I didn't see, so that's all right. So he's up to 9 as well. English, good start for him. Dale's had a few touches, obviously kick-ins as well. Bont with the +5 that he got, so which is nice. And then Mills got a handball. So at least all 3 players have touched the ball in the first few minutes. So hopefully they can keep going. Lee Everett, great start for Darcy. Luckily, I brought him in. Yep, you'd be happy if you brought him in for sure. Corey Blackledge, I've gone for trades. Bolton to Darcy. Yep, Clark to Tyroo and West for Lohman. So I can trade Boyd out next week. Yep, like those trades, Corey, and obviously be very happy with Darcy's start to the game as well. Yeah, Richard's definitely the one getting the tag tonight. So Sheldrick's in the CBA now, so Warner is probably forward again. Kenny's in the CBA as well. There's a kick for Bont off the ground. There's Grundy for a +5. Gets the handball. Not a great kick. Or it was Warner on the... Maybe Warner's on the bench, potentially. Don't actually see Warner anywhere around, so he might be on the bench. Jay starts. My question had Mills in it, but it's sort of changed now. I've already gone cold on Mills. Didn't like lineup. Swans brought in. Faded Mills to Flanders. Pre-risky stuff. It was a clear shift last week, and Swans run coming up is nice. Yep, that's fair enough. Yep. Yeah, Warner's definitely on the bench at the moment, so he's had an early break. Ooh, Janison, that's holding the ball. Got to be holding the ball. I was going to say, yeah. Aga will probably be sub again, right? I think there's a chance Lafau or Blight could be the sub. Just because I don't know if they're going to want to give... I know Uze said that they want to share the sub around and they don't want someone just being sub every week. So I think they'll give Aga a go as for a full game. So I think they'll give him a chance for a full game and someone else will be sub. But it'll be interesting to see what they do. It'd be a bit stiff to have your first 2 games and be sub. Oh, another turnover from the Dogs. So Jake Lloyd lining up. He did have Errol short there. Lloyd did have options, but he looks like he's going to go for goal. Oh, sorry. Sun's run coming up is nice. You said, Jay, so it's not Swans. Sorry, my bad. But yes, agreed. Yep. Plus the extra money from Flanders instead of Mills means next week Long and Dot can go to Myers and Green. Yep. Don't mind that. Goal to the Swans. First goal for Sydney. I do expect this game to be a good game. So we will see how it goes. But yeah, looks like a good game on paper. So it should be a good one. So good start for both teams. Papley up to 12 now as well. Good for my draft team. Lloyd up to 22 as well with the goal. But yes, hopefully some good scores. Did I miss anything? No, cool. If you guys are watching, make sure you do smash like on the video. If we can get some likes on the video to get us started, that'd be fantastic. Got 10 already, so as always, trying to get to 100. So the quicker we get there, the less stressful it is towards the end. Because normally I go for dinner afterwards and go get some dinner or whatever. So it'd be good to not have to worry about likes after. So if you haven't smashed like yet, please do. Elihu says, go Dogs. I tip Dogs tonight, but I do expect it to be a pretty good game, this one. Tackle for Libba. Khan, Bont and Warren expecting 120 from your both, says Kobe. Oh, I'd love it. It'd be fantastic. Obviously, both got milestone games. There's a handball from Bont, kick from Kennedy. I'm hoping that both go well. Is Mills on the bench as well? I reckon Mills is already on the bench. Yep. Yeah, Mills is definitely on the bench. I think he's anyway. Mills, yeah, on the bench. Yeah, so I don't love when both my players are on. 2 of my 3 players are on the bench at the same time. But at least it means when they come back on that they'll play the rest of the quarter. So Kenny's just come off for a break as well. I think Sydney would have done a few. Yeah, Warner's back on. Don't know if Mills is back on yet. Oh, Warner almost got the tackle on West there. That'll be a tackle for Warner, I think, because there's another tackle for Warner, definitely. Good couple early tackles for Warner. Sorry, Cooper. Elihu. I remember you. So it's so hard to remember all names when they're not the usernames. So I'll remember Cooper for tonight. But yeah, I apologise for that. That should be Warner's kick, actually. Foss or Hardiman on field. Who scores more for 1 week? Says Matt. I do think it will be Foss. Hardiman's got more of that lockdown role. But it's really, if you could loop Hardiman in your defence and Foss in the mids, and you've got a defender mid in your utility, that would be what I'd do. But I know a lot of people don't, so maybe you can only play one. So I'd back in Foss for the matchup. So I'd just back in Foss, so not for the matchup, but just back in Foss. Do they just say Dale Wing? Commentator? I'm not sure. Did they? He's taken the first 2 kick-ins, so I'm not sure. Intercepted by Dale. Nah, I think Dale's halfback still. Intercepted by Dale there as well. So +6 for Dale. That's gone about 5 metres. Oh, that's not... Oh, in a bit of trouble. Sydney's pressure's been good early. Here's Dale for another kick. So Dale's racking up some touches early. Is Mills back on? No, he's not. No, Mills on the bench. Mills waiting to come back on. Mills come back on now, I think. Because Melican just came off, so maybe it was him or maybe it was someone else. There's Darcy in the ruck at the moment. Got the hit out there. There's Davidson. Yeah, Mills is back on. Inside Bont is around the place. I reckon that's a rush behind. Yep. Rush behind. Mills. Is this Mills kicking? Yep, Mills kick in. Come on, Mills, mate. You know what to do. Yep, Mills played on for the kick in. Love to see it. That's good. Good to see Mills taking kick-ins. That's no, I thought it might have been a free kick to Hayward there. Sheldrick tackle, that'll be holding the ball. Refresh the scores. Yeah, Warner 3 tackles is nice. So he's up to 17. Going to McInerney. That'll be out of bounds. So still got plenty of time. 11.5 minutes to go. Good that Warner and Mills have been on the bench already. Bont's still yet to go on the bench. So, but yeah, good start for Darcy if you've got him. Warner's had a decent start with the 3 tackles, which is nice. Dale's had a good start with 17. Grundy on 16. He's given away a couple of free kicks, which is, considering that's not too bad. There's Dale again. Another kick for Bailey Dale. Bont's on 10 as well, so not too bad. English 13. That's not bad as well. Here's Bont. Bont with a handball. He might get it back from Vandermeer. No, Vandermeer decides he's going to kick it instead. No, free kick for Vandermeer for pushing the back. I wonder if Bont is going to be a target here. Because Bont is in the forward line at the moment. Bont's got Rampy. Like if they went to Bont, no, they're going to Norton. There's Roberts. No, Bont's on the ground. Do you listen to the commentary? Says Free Frenzy. Nah, just do this. Yeah, true. With lots of Hawks, small forwards, so Hardeman lockdown. Agree. Yeah, that's another very good point. So, yeah, Foss would be my pick. The commentators said that he started on the wing saying like what John Brown said. Yeah, fair enough. Liam, need Goulden to go crap so we can start him dirt cheap next year. Oh, it's more that if he has a quieter game, we can bring him in next week. I'm annoyed. I'll put Goulden in my game day squad, so I'm hoping Goulden actually has a good game, but I don't think he's touched the ball yet, Goulden. So, which sucks, but Levi Ashcroft to Sam Darcy in my last trade, says Andrew. Yep, I like that trade. Sanders with a handball and another handball if you've got him. Here's Bailey Dale with another kick. So Dale has started pretty well. That'll be a free kick for... No, I thought it was free kick for Francis. No free kick there. Warner's down to third. So they took a tackle away. What? Champion data, I just don't understand them sometimes. I really don't. Like, he laid 3 tackles. I don't understand why they've taken one away. Like, he laid one at the start of the game, then he laid 2 after. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, that'll be another behind for Sydney. Has Mills got the kick in again, or is it Blakey this time? They're both around the goal square. No, it is Blakey. Oh, he's gone short to bloody Lloyd. Mills has got it here. So Mills with a kick. There's Jack Buller with his first disposal back in the team. Warner was potentially about to lead there, but no. Go along to a contest. Shannon Barron, could the Ruck Pig be back now because Cox in charge and letting him loose more? Potentially. He's obviously in very good form, so yeah, for sure. I think it's something that he's shown his back, right? He's had a very good stretch of games, so yep, definitely. Blakey just went to the bench as well. Not sure what happened. Free kick against Darcy going to Grundy. Oh, Jake Lloyd's completely free in the 50. That's, yeah, disappointing defence. So he'll be lining up for goal. So a bit of a refresh again. So what do we got? Lloyd's top scoring on 30. Darcy 25. Dales on 23 as well. Sheldrick, good start, 21. Grundy's up to 20 as well. Warner's on 13. Bont 12. Mills on 8. I thought Mills on more. I thought he had more than the 3 touches. I thought he had a handball early. Then took kick in. Oh, then another kick. Yeah, actually, that makes sense. So, yep. And behind. So, Dale, another kick in. Dale's had a big start to the game. I wonder if Dale is going to be something that Sydney decide to shift that tag towards and put Rowbottom more on Ed Richards, maybe. I'm surprised they didn't start with that, to be honest. Here's Warner. Warner going for goal. Yes! Chad Warner, his 100th. I was thinking about putting him in for a goal, actually, in his 100th, but didn't worry about it. But good goal for Chad Warner. Chad Warner's had a decent start to the game. He's up over 20 now as well. So it's good as having him. So nicely done by the Chad. He had a good start last week and 32 points in the first quarter, but only got to 71. So I'm hoping that he has a better game than that. G'day, Bells. G'day, Legend. The chat says, Moon Boy, thank you, mate. Smash up likes. Had weekend. Nothing better than fantasy season. Agreed, mate. Yes, make sure you guys do smash the likes. We've got 16 so far. So as we always try and get to 100. So make sure you guys do that. Rowbottom could be tagging Bailey Williams playing forward. It's same as Lloyd as well. It'd be interesting if they're tagging Bailey Williams over Bailey Dale. But if Rowbottom is playing forward, maybe they go use Rowbottom on Dale. Dale's a more dangerous player. Jay says, hey, Bales, have you done much of a look forward at trades, such getting cash on the bench, identifying some really nice runs? Don't know if a 23rd Primo is a move this year. I think 23rd Primo is a move I'd like to do, but I'm not sure if I'll have enough money to be able to facilitate it. That's the only issue. That'll be a free kick against Errol there for a high tackle. Frustrating. Here's English for a +6. And here's bloody Matt Kennedy again. So Matt Kennedy lining up for goal. He's someone that actually has been quiet this game so far, but lining up for goal. So is Errol on -3? Yeah, Errol -3. He's already been to the bench, but he has not touched it yet. So Heaney's only had the 1 tackle as well, so he's yet to touch the ball. Roberts only had the 2 handballs if he's still got him. Quiet start for him. Yeah, Richards and Mills have both been a little bit quiet. There's Kennedy for a goal. Dogs get another one. Kennedy was quiet up until that point, so now he's up to be near 20 points now. Bont's on the bench as well. Kennedy's up to 18 now as well with that goal. So, yeah. So most players have got a little bit of it, but yeah, a couple of guys haven't touched it too much as of yet. Bring on the super chat, says Andrew. Well, yeah, if anyone wants to do any super chats, feel free. Piastri, F1 says, what's good, Bales? Not much, mate. Hope you're going well as well. Karen, is it too early to whinge about my poor VC choice? Why do I do these stupid things? Who is your VC, Karen? English, a.k.a. Moonboy's VC. Let's go, Kenny, says Moonboy. What's for dinner, Bales? I'm having hot dogs. Not sure it's for dinner. I'll probably decide after, but hot dog sounds nice, though. Rowbottom in this CBA. Kenny with a handball. English with a kick. So English has got a little bit of the ball early. There's Melican. He's going out to Errol. Here's Errol. That's Errol's first mark since being first mark this season. Didn't take a single mark last week. Who's that to? Papley with a short ball. Mills. damn it. I was hoping they go short to Mills. Mills been a little bit quiet to start the game. Bont back on as well for people that have got Bont in their team. There's Bailey Williams with another mark. He just loves a mark last few weeks. So it looks like Roberts has definitely moved to a wing. Give it to Mills. Give it to Mills. Yep, there's Mills with a handball. So Mills moves to double digits. They got the switch on here. There's Wicks. If he wants to go back... No, I was hoping Mills. He'd go to Mills there. Is that a free kick to McInerney? Yep, free kick to McInerney. There's to Warner. Oh, piss off, Sheldrick. Just took the ball away from Warner there. Oh, Bont falling over. Think he got the handball away just. Should be a free kick to Bont. No free kick to Bont. Oh, no, Bont has got the free kick. Yep, Bont holding. It wasn't against Warner. I don't know who it was. I don't know who was against that. Who was it against, actually? It was against Errol again. Far out, really, Errol? Come on, man. That'll be a tackle for Errol, I think. Let's have a bit of a refresh of these scores again. Here goes Warner again. Takes a bounce. Oh, just got the handball away. Jeez, I thought he was going to get Pengfold on the ball there. He nearly did. There's Warner with a kick. So Warner, a few early disposals, which is nice. There's Papley. And goal to Papley. So Sydney hit the front. Gee, he does it every time. You'd love to play with him, but you'd hate playing against Papley. Like the way he celebrates his goals. You'd love to be on his team, but you'd hate to be against him. Carlton could use a goal-kicking midfield like Kennedy. Yeah, agreed, Moonboy. Carlton losing Kenny in the mids has killed their grunt and runs. Yeah, agreed, Corey. Jay Sutts was having a look forward, and Saints round 2023, Giants and Dogs after round 20 is so good. Thing of loading up on their players. Yeah, I had a look at that run as well. Yep, I definitely want Sinclair on my team by then. Elizan, after this week, I have 23 primos. I'll be trading Card Daniel to a big mid next week to give me 9 primo mids so I can leap between Tag, Targets, Dacos, and Sarong. I like it, mate. Karen Shannon, Bont was the VC. Oh, no, I'm still confident Bont can still get to a good score. I need Darling Kennedy and Darcy and Mills to all get a ton tonight, says Andrew. I'd love if, particularly Mills to get a ton. Swans are up for it tonight, says Stu. I think they're up for it because they got their full teams on the park now. It's a much better team than what they had with all those injuries. There you go. Free kick to English again. That's the third free kick, I reckon, against Grundy in this first quarter. There's a Kenny. Great pickup by Kennedy there. I think, was that a... I thought that might have been a free against Kennedy. No, it wasn't, though. Francis looks like he's in defence. There's Errol with a kick. That is a great kick. I know it didn't hit Rampy on the full, but there's a great kick. There's McLean. That'll be a free kick. No, they're taking the advantage. That's a great tap by McInerney. There's Grundy. Has Grundy got Mills? No. I was hoping he'd use... Oh, he had Mills there. He didn't use him. That's not a great kick either. Kicking to a contest when he had Mills for a short kick. There's Davidson with a handball. If anyone's got Davidson. Good mark for Norton. I think he's going to play on 3 frees against Grundy. Yes, I know, unfortunately. Clyde says, hi, mate. How you going, Clyde? Hope you're going well, mate. There's Bont for a +5. Gave the handball off to Bramble. And Bramble to West. So West lining up for goal. 3 minutes left in the quarter. Mills is starting to be a little concerning. Hasn't really got involved in the game. Warner's doing his thing. So what do you got here? So like Lloyd, Papley going well. English over 30 as well. Grundy's on 25. And considering he's given away 2 free kicks, is three free kicks, so he's pretty good. Kenny up to 30 as well. Just finds a way. Sheldrick going well as well. Obviously Warner. Dale hasn't touched it much since early in the quarter. That'll be a behind or goal for West? No, goal. I was hoping to be a behind. Bont up to 21 as well. Just no tackles, which is frustrating for him. Mills is on 10. So, yeah, Mills, Errol, even Ed Rich obviously getting the tag as well. Libber, Sanders hasn't touched it much. Roberts, Heaney. There's a lot of guys haven't touched the ball much in the quarter so far. So I'm hoping that Mills can get going. But Bont's going okay. Warner's going okay. But yeah, trading in Mills this week, I'm hoping that's not a mistake. I know a lot of people did it, but I'm hoping that it's not a mistake. Matt, yeah, Mills is concerning, but he's leading heaps and could easily be marking, so I'm not worried. Yeah, I'm not worried just yet because he can still have a 40, 50-point quarter, we know. But they haven't really used him much so far. They haven't really chipped around much, and they are still looking for him in defence. But yeah, just hasn't got a huge amount just yet. There's Ed Richards with a clearance. There's Mills, got the handball. So Mills is another disposal there. Rampy had Lloyd short, goes longer. There's McInerney. Is that Errol? Yep, Errol. No, that's Papley, sorry. I just saw the boots, but no, Papley with the mark there. Oh, good kick to McInerney. McInerney, switch it. No. It's going to Lloyd. So Lloyd's the one that's racking up these marks at the moment. Warner was free. Warner's actually in the fifth. Oh, no, Grundy. Good mark from Grundy. So he'll be lining up for goal. So just under 2 minutes to go. So yeah, Mills is the one so far that hasn't done too much. Yeah, so free kick. He took the mark anyway, but annoying for Grundy owners that he won't get those 2 points for the mark. You just get the one for the free kick. Sorry, 3 points to the mark. I meant 2 points difference, but... Minute and a half to go. So Grundy... Oh, that's a bad miss. Looks like Dale, another kick in. Keep going, English VC, says Moonboy. I'd be happy with the start. There's a Bramble. Good intercept mark by McLean. Switch it. I don't know if Mills is there, but if he is, then switch it potentially. Oh, no, free kick going the Dogs' way, I think. Free kick to Norton. I don't know what that was for. No idea. Oh, that is such a dangerous kick. Don't really think that was a free kick against Papley, but anyway. There's Dale for another +6. That's starting to get really frustrating now. Surely they put some attention into him. He's been pretty good in this first quarter. Get it to Bont. That's what I'd be saying. Get the ball to Bont. Bont is around the mark. Blakey, give it to Mills. What are you kicking out there for? 2-on-1. Oh, bloody Hayward. Good mark there. I think they're not going to have enough time, I don't think. Oh, no, the turnover. So Dogs might have a chance. Oh, no. What's happened here? 50 against Sydney, actually. So Sydney are actually going to have a chance to have one last kick inside 50. I think they know there's only 10 seconds left in the quarter. Warner's out the back. Row bottom. He had him for a kick there. I think Dale might get the kick in if he plays on and kicks it quickly, or is it quarter time? No, quarter time. So not time enough for Dale to get the kick in. So that's the first quarter. We're on 19 likes, so if you haven't smashed a like on the video yet, please do. So let's go through these scores from the first quarter. When they refresh. So Lloyd's on 48, so very good for draft if you've got him. Papley 36. And I've got him in a few draft leagues. Dale's on 35. Kennedy 34. English 33, so obviously don't have any of those three, so that's frustrating. Sheldrick 32, he's going along nicely. Grundy on 31, considering he missed a goal and gave away 3 free kicks, a very good start for him. Warner 27, had a good start, but went a little bit quiet after that goal, but still 27, I'll take that. Darcy 25 is good. Williams 24, if you've got him as a bit of a pod. Bont's on 21. It's okay. No tackles is frustrating. 90% game time is the disappointing one. He's played so much game time, but only 21. McInerney 23 for draft coach. Well, Davidson's on 20 if you've still got him. 5 handballs in those 6 touches for him. Fraser 14. Mills on 12. Ed Richards on 10. So, yeah, Mills been a bit quiet. Richards on 10 as well is quiet. Errol's on 9. Who else we got? Libber's on 7. Heaney's on 6. So, yeah, Heaney been very quiet. Only 1 handball so far. Don't know who's doing the job on him, but he's been quiet. Sanders on 4 as well. Roberts 4. Yeah, so some low scores there. A few decent scores if you've got a couple of those dogs up there like Dale, Kennedy, English. Grundy must have got a hit out added because he's up to 34 now. English is down to 33. But yeah, all in all, not an amazing quarter for my own team. Having only 1 player on track for 100 is I'd certainly want Bont to be better than Mills, but yeah. Never considered Kenny VC, says Elizan. I just don't know if he's got the consistent ceiling. Was Mills a bad pick? Delhi Martin says me. I don't think he was. His value, a lot of people got him in. I want to see what his end score is because he wasn't amazing in that quarter, but we know that he can be on... If he gets 90s, that's really what we paid for. We don't need him to ton up every week. Really baffling that Bulldogs have a 20-year-old key defender carving it in the VFL and they're playing Caulfield, O'Donnell, Karmas and Lobb converted back. Well, Lobb's fine. Lobb's been fine for them. Karmas is more of a forward. It's more, why are they playing guys like Caulfield and O'Donnell over Buslinger, who's been great, wasn't even given a real opportunity and kept Hogan pretty quiet in that game. And I think they won that game, so I don't know why he was given 1 game and then booted out, but how's Bont going? It's gone okay. 21. It's okay. Grundy and game day squad this week, says Corey. I went Cameron and Cherry this week, but yeah, it was a good pick. Blakey does not like giving it to Mills, says Lee Everett. He gave it to him once, I think, but yeah, there was one where he could have given the handball, he didn't. Shannon Barron, what's everyone's highest finishing score? 5-13 for me several years ago. What do you mean final finishing score? What do you mean for that? Do you mean ranking? Elizeno, Darcy didn't touch the ball in the last 10 minutes that quarter, but that's a tall forward for you, says Elizeno. Yeah, great. They're not going to score consistently. They're just going to be in bunches. Like they might kick a goal or 2 and have a good quarter, but then they might have a quiet one. Actually, I did that multi with the 3 guys. How's that going? So, funny enough, they're pretty much bang on track. Warner had 5 in that quarter, he needs 20. Bont had 6, he needs 25, and Darcy's already done. So I only get $30 back from 10, but still, I wouldn't mind a little bit of money there. And then the other one with the touches, Grundy needs 9 more touches in 3 quarters. Should get there. Sheldrick needs 10. Bailey Williams needs 11. Sanders needs 13. English needs 8. Goulden needs 17. Heaney needs 19. Warner needs 15. Mills needs 15. Kennedy needs 15. And Bont needs 19. So most of them are going okay, but I guess we'll see if both happen. What are we up to? 25 likes as well. Appreciate everyone that smashed the likes up. We're a quarter of the way to our goal. So if you haven't smashed a like, please do that. We just need 75 more. If we can get to 50 by half time, that's what we try and aim to do. So, but I appreciate everyone tuning in on a Friday night. Any adjustments? Doesn't look like it. No, nothing there. So everyone's pretty much still on track for what they started with. So yeah, hopefully Mills and Bont can get going. I went against your advice on VC Dale, says Gene. So he went the VC on Dale. Well, he's had a good start. I was just worried that he was going to get the tag. But he did have 10 disposals in that quarter. So I wonder if they do move Rowbottom to him or even a Bailey Dale. Sorry, not Bailey Dale. Or a James Jordan. Be hard for Bailey Dale to tag himself. But Elizano, Goulden is going to be very, very cheap in a few weeks. Sydney have a good run to finish the season. So he might be a decent pot if you can pick him up for 900k. I think Goulden will be a definite target for all of us when we're looking at him. So for sure. Just had a thought about Kenny. Am I wrong in saying this is like Treloar's role and scoring from last year? Says Jay Sutts. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. You're not wrong. Kenny going forward for the CBA. Traded Foster Mills over Bolton, and is it Foster Mills or Johnson to Mills? Depends if you need the scorer, Caleb, this week. If you need Foss's score potentially to count for you, then you go Johnson. But I'm happy going Foss as well if you need the extra cash for next week. So I'm happy going either. About to get the second quarter underway. 27 likes. Appreciate a couple of the legends that just did that then. If you haven't smashed a like on the video yet, please do. Got 3 quarters to go to get our goal of 100 likes as always. So yeah, Heaney doesn't look to be tagged. There's Bont's on him at the moment. It's just Bont and Heaney at the moment. So interesting that there's, Heaney's been quiet so far, but let's see what he can get to. Libba with the first clearance with the kick there. There's Cooper Hines with the fend off, if you don't mind. English with the handball as well. So English is continuing getting his points. Oh, here's Darcy at the back. Darcy going for goal from the boundary. Does he kick that? Unbelievable. He is a unicorn. He's another unicorn. I partly wish I put him for 3+ goals now. He's hit 3 goals already and just the start of the second term. So he's a gun. He is such a gun. What sort of player that's like well over 200 centimetres is able to do this? He was originally going to go up for the contest. He's got out the back. He's run onto it. And he's gone, you know what, I'm going to go myself from the boundary. He's so good. He's so good. He's great to watch. Partly wish I owned him. He's just a very, very good player. Up to 34 points as well. He's a gun. 29 likes. Well, another couple of legends. Just smash the like if you haven't done that yet. Please, consider liking. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already as well. Obviously passed 4K last weekend, so we're going to 5K now. Don't know if we're going to hit 5K this year, just because we're already past halfway of the season. But if you haven't subscribed, it'd be fantastic if you can help us achieve that goal. Papley not happy. Is that a free kick to the Dogs? He's not happy, Papley. He's not a happy man at the moment. There's Hines. Oh, I think something's happened to his hand, actually. Might have an injury. Sheldrick's injured Cunningham there. There's Mills with a kick. Might get it back here. Ah, come on. Give him the handball. Give him the kick. Give him the short kick. Oh, what are you doing, man? Going to McLean instead. Yeah, what's happened to Papley? Something's happened to his wrist or his finger. Might have a dislocated finger. There's Errol with a +6 coming up. Where's Chad? Chad's in the middle with a 50. Oh, he's going to Chad. Oh, didn't quite get there. Didn't get the tackle either, Warner. That's frustrating. Oh, trying to go to Bailey Dale here. Yep, Dale will get the kick. They got Bont. Bont's inside. Fraser too slow. Still got Bont. Still got Bont in the middle. What are you doing, man? What sort of kick is that from Fraser? Seriously. And then what's that kick? Straight up in the air, out of bounds on the full. What a dumb kick that is. So don't know what happened to Cunningham there. Did he get a corky? Oh, yeah, corky in the quad or in the hip. 1 to 2 from Sheldrick. That'd be not fun at all. Sanders handball. Here's Dale again coming up for another disposal. Go away, Dale. Seriously. Handball for Dale there. Melican. Would be good if Sydney actually decide to look to maybe kick some short balls in their defensive 50. Melican doesn't even look. He just kicks into the man that's about to smother it. There's Bont with a handball. Good defending there from Blakey. God, there's people falling over so much in this game. I saw like 3 players all fall over pretty much in quick succession there. So ground's clearly not in very good touch. There's a handball from Heaney. There's Warner getting away. Taking a bounce. Got the kick on his non-preferred. Not a great kick. Straight to Bailey-Dale as well. Bailey-Dale's starting to get a bit annoying now as a non-owner. And I don't have him on a game day squad either because I thought he was going to be tagged. Is Dale the top scoring player now? No, 46. So he's the second top scoring player. There's another slip. Wick slipping over there as well. This ground looks awful. That's such a weird kick from Warner there. Yeah, the ground looks pretty bad condition. Darcy's a freak, says Alzano. Gee, Sam Darcy's good. Wish I had him in my team so much. Says Calum there. That was a kick from Mills, I think. Mills will get it back. Mills, another kick. Oh, he missed bloody Warner. No, so Mills handball there from Mills. So good to see Mills' couple of disposals. Kicks in board McLean. No, nothing, not quite there. Couple of touches. They never give Mills any marks, says Calum. Agreed. Dale's everywhere, says Elizano. Yeah, the chat must have disconnected for a second because I didn't see those when they were put in. But good to see Mills. Couple of touches there. So it'd be good to see Mills get a lot more involved. It'd be good to see Bont get some touches as well. There's Darcy again. With a +6. I think Bont's forward currently. Not a great handball. That was Kennedy. Very close to being holding the ball. Goulden got the tackle. Again, both Norton and the defender fell over. This ground looks shit. This is a really, really poor surface tonight. I've seen players falling over all the time. It's pretty crazy that we've got a ground like this that players are just continually falling over. Pretty embarrassing that we've got a ground like this at AFL level that people are falling over this much. Up to 30 likes as well, so if you haven't smashed a like, please do. Goal for Norton, so Dogs extend their lead, 15 points. That's the SCG for you around this time of year. It isn't great, says Elizano. Yeah, agreed. Yep, good point. Do another refresh of these scores. Kenny's up to 38 as well. Darcy up to 42 with that +6 that he got just before. What else we got? Warner's up to 30. He only had the one kick in this quarter, a bit like we did last week. Good first quarter, but not much so far this quarter. Mills up to 23 as well. Getting a little bit more of the ball this quarter. Just 0 marks, 0 tackles is really what's holding his score back. Bont 23. He's just had the one handball so far this quarter. Errol 19 as well. Heaney 15. So a few of those guys that were really quiet, besides really Ed Richards, a few of those guys that were quiet have got their hands on the ball a little bit in this quarter, but still, yeah, still Bailey-Dale the one that's getting a lot of the ball. There's a clearance by Grundy, so kick for him, and Buller takes the mark. He'll be lining up for goal. I'm on it. 5352 says, I'm not sure how Bocelli managed to navigate his way around this surface. Did he have a... When was that concert? Because that's the thing that pisses me off as well. I don't know why we've got music concerts and stuff like that at like AFL stadiums during the season. Like, why I don't know when this concert was, But why is there a concert on? If there was, I know they have had concerts during the year, but why? Why is there an Easter show at NG Stadium? Why the Giants have to play away from home for like the first 9 weeks of the season? It just doesn't make sense for the AFL games to not take precedence at some of their home grounds. It just doesn't make sense. I played Silverdale this week, says Corey. I didn't play a single Dale at all. There's Bont with a +5. Got the kick in from Dale. Dale gets it back. So Dale's still annoying as a non-owner. Grundy handball. And there's Papley lining up for goal. He's still struggling with that finger injury. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Dislocation maybe or something. Certainly giving him a bit of trouble. Fox crew were attributing the oval condition to that concert. Yeah, so in other words, they had a concert during the bye week or a couple of weeks ago. That is just baffling to me that they've got a concert during the AFL season and then they're playing a game at the SCG after. It should just be that the concert gets moved somewhere else. Play it at a different stadium or play it at an arena or something, not at a footy oval during the season. Dale with another kick in because Sydney aren't kicking straight. So Dale's just taking every kick in at the moment. Very, very frustrating as a non-Dale owner. Is Mills on the bench at the moment? Not sure. Bont's going okay, but his lack of tackling is letting him down right now, says Elizondo. Yeah, he's getting a couple of marks, but he's handballing a lot at the moment, and he's not really doing much else in terms of tackling-wise. He's now free kick to Grundy this time. Free kick against English here. Yeah, so Mills is on the bench at the moment. I don't see him out there at the moment. You got Cunningham there. Yeah, he's not on the ground, which is annoying. Grundy to Heaney. Heaney's the first time really seen Heaney so far tonight. I reckon Warner's on the bench as well. Yeah, so Warner and Mills are both on the bench. That's really frustrating. What is Roberts' break even? He's going to be my raid trait at this rate, says Shannon. His roles changed. That's why his scoring's not as good. He's playing more of that wing role now with Mills back in defence. Louis O'Leary, of course, Sydney kick all the points to give Dale the free kickings, but Bulldogs don't miss for Mills. Yes, I know, very frustrating. That'll be out of bounds. So what do you got? Just under 12 minutes to go. So still time for some of these players that haven't got it done so far to get it going. But yeah, Ed Richards still has only had the 4 disposals. So Jordan doing a good job with Richards at the moment. There's Grundy with the clearance, got the handball. There's a Bont with a handball again. Just keeps handballing. Not a good handball either. There's a Sanders with a kick. And Vandermeer didn't look once inside. Just kicking long. Well, he's kicking a Bont, actually, to be fair. I'll take it. That's probably why he kicked there, because Bont was one-on-one with, I think was it Lloyd? But Bont with the kicks and the free kicks, so 4 points will take. Again, Hines slipping there. There's Goulden with a kick. Is that a free kick to Ed Richards, I think? Kick at Bont, far out, says Louis O'Leary. Get bloody Mills on the field, says Andrew. Should I trade out Mills? No, you're not trading out Mills. We just brought him in. He's still got half a quarter to go. He could still easily be on 40 points at halftime. So it's just Bailey Dale was not, as a non-owner, is the frustrating one. He's on 55. I didn't put him or Rosie in my game day squad this week particularly as well, because I just thought they were going to get attention, but just nothing for Dale at the moment. I'm surprised they haven't put any attention to him. I'd be shocked if they didn't do that in the second half. And then that's a miss for Richards. And what's the bet? Mills is still on the bench, so he won't get the... Yeah, Blakey kick in. Yeah, Mills on the bench still. So, very frustrating. Bond up to 34, though, which is at least something. But yeah, Warner's only had the 1 kick this quarter. Mills has got a little bit of it, but still been quiet for most of the game. There's a poor kick to row bottom, intercepted by Bailey Williams. I hope this is a goal. Get some of these guys back on. There's Fraser with a kick and kicks to Sanders. Probably should be a free kick at least. I don't know why. I think he must have got the ball. There's Warner back on. So Warner with a kick. Straight to Bailey Dale. My God, stop kicking it to Dale. Or someone just tag him. Like, why is he allowed to just run free? And Norton will be lining up for goals. So Mills will come back on. But Mills could have killed me as a non-owner. So far not though, says Footy Frenzy. Look at Berman last night. Wasn't going well and ended on a 120. Exactly right. Exactly right. Surely Cox does something about Dale after half time. Well, he has to. Like, Dale just keeps racking. He's up to 17 touches already. Like, when I heard McCartan out, I bet Darcy for 4+ goals and made him VC. Yeah, don't mind that. He's kicked 3 already. So Norton goal should bring Mills back on. How wonderful. I traded Sheldrick to Mills, says Ben. Yep, and Sheldrick's obviously going along very nicely. Roberts on 3. That would hurt for holders, says ZH. Yes, would definitely be. So, yeah, only the one player in Dale over 50 at the moment. 17 touches for him. So Grundy going along well. Sheldrick 46, of course, for those that traded. Darcy going along well. English going on pretty solid as well. Kenny 38. Bont up to 34 now as well with solid. Warner 33. He's already been on the bench, so he'll play the rest of the quarter. So let's see what he ends up on. Mills on 23. He'll come back on now. Heaney Goulden on 21 apiece as well. And then, yeah, Roberts is the one on 3. Jeez, he's the one that's struggling. So hopefully you traded if you've still got him. But yeah, he's definitely been pretty poor so far. He's playing on that wing as well. So what do we got? We got just under 9 minutes to go. So hopefully some guys can score some points. So Warner CBA got the handball, which is nice. There's Dale again with another kick. Someone has got to lock down on Bailey Dale. Like, this is ridiculous how much free space he's been given tonight. McNeil overruns it. It's going to be another Norton goal, I think. Yeah, another goal to Norton. So they increase the lead again. Loving Dale VC right now, says Gene. Dale says Andrew. Spud sake, says Ben. Corey, I'm happy with Dale at least having Supercoach. Got Kenny and Warner there as well. Richard's my worst upgrade in the buy, says Fevelenko. Yep, copping that Jordan tag. I think Ed Richards seems to be the number one guy now for attention. That's what looks like they're doing. Yeah, it's bloody Wicks is the one that's on 37. I wish that was bloody... We've had 10 touches. Mills had one less touch, but he's like 13 points less. It's just that Mills hasn't got those tackles or those marks tonight. If he can start racking those up, he's still getting the ball enough. Send Jordan to Dale, says Fevelenko. I guess, well, that Richards hasn't had much of an impact, but I'd be sending Rowbottom to Richards and keep that a tag at least going and then put Jordan on Dale. Like, that's what they should be doing. So English up against McLean in the ruck at the moment. There's English with a handball. Sanders handball. Kennedy handball. Sanders another handball. Kennedy coming up for another disposal. Kennedy with a kick there. And then McNeil marking. Bloody hell. Bulldogs are really going to put out this lead if they can kick the goal here. Also, with the way the game is going down, might junk up to a huge score, says Elizeno. Yeah, well, Dogs it was a close game for a while, and now it's starting to balloon. The margin's starting to really balloon out, unfortunately, for Sydney. And McNeil misses. That's a big miss. Mills or Blakey kicking. I'm hoping it'll be... No, it's Blakey again. See, this is where we need these little cheap Mills kicks. Like, he's too busy telling orders to another player instead of actually calling for the ball. Yeah, no, Mills didn't even look once to lead for the ball. He was too busy telling a teammate where to go. And now Bulldogs have got the ball back. So, Mills, how about you focus more on trying to get the ball yourself than trying to bloody tell players where to go. Mills is 10 times better than Blakey. Why the hell does Blakey take all the kick out, says Louis. Well, he's always been the kick and taker, right? So Mills surely kick in here for Mills. Yeah, Mills kick in here. Now, Mills, come on, mate. You know what to do. Don't kick short without going out of the square, at least. He should play on here. So at least Mills will get the kick in here, which is nice. Yep, Mills kick in. Good mark by Grundy. He's having a really good year, Grundy. If they switched it here, Mills is actually on for the switch. Grundy, go back, Grundy. Hasn't even looked back once if they want to switch it. It's gone long down the line. There's Errol with a handball. They do have Chad Warner in the 50. Goes over that handball to Papley. Not a great handball. Dogs 20th player would make any team in the AFL for sure. Most talented squad by far with Brisbane. Elizeno, Mills has always filled whatever role was required by him in the team. I didn't get him because I was scared he'd be too team-orientated and not get the ball enough. I thought regardless if he played defence or midfield, he'd get the ball, but it was more that's a goal for, is that Heaney? Yep, goal for Heaney. I thought regardless of role, he'd still be able to get enough. But yeah, goal for Heaney there. Heaney's had a decent quarter. So refresh the scores. Warner still on 35. So Warner's only had 8 points this quarter. That's disappointing. 6.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Grundy's going well, 55 now as well. Kennedy, Darcy, English all over 40. Bont 34 as well. He should come back on now as well. Heaney up to 30 with that goal. So better quarter from him. Mills up to 26. So the 10 disposals. But so the next closest person with 10 disposals is Bont, who's on 34, and then you've got Fraser on 35. So really Mills should be in the mid-30s, but he just hasn't done much else other than these disposals, which is disappointing. But Bont on the wing, says Elizeno. Is he? Surely not. Oh, no, yes, he's on the wing. That would be because he's just come back on. Normally when we see some players, when they come back on, sometimes if they're too late, they'll just go to the wing. So that's all good. So Jordan's on Kenny at the moment. Warner's on Richards. That's interesting. So free kick to Heaney for holding the ball against Libba. Is that a mark to Lob? Yep, mark to Lob. Lob's got the glove on tonight as well. I wonder if Bont's on for a +6 on the switch here. Yeah, Bont should get the +6 here from Caulfield. Caulfield, go to Bont, you idiot! What are they doing? And now they're trying to go out wide. Now they're switching it. So that, again, that's 6 points missed for Bont right there. And Lob turns it straight over to Hayden McLean. Oh, that is just dumb football. Dumb football from all those Dogs defenders there. Seriously. Had they not give it to Bont, says Lee. Agreed. And they turn it over. These stupid footballers that think that they can outsmart these defenders without taking the easy option, and he kicks it straight to Hayden McLean. I'm dumbfounded with some of these players that get them all the time. Sports About Diabolical still haven't updated Heaney goal. They do this always. Louis Leary, why the hell is he not going for Bont? Every day of the week they'd give that to Dale. So stupid. Agreed. It's just dumb football. Love not having Mills, says Andy East. Thank you, mate. I've got Mills, so appreciate you letting me know that. Yeah, Bont should be on 40 now. That should have been a kick to him. And only 5 minutes to go, so I've not got one player over 40 points yet. There's Bont with a kick. I was worried about this game with the 3 players I've got. I thought Bont against Sydney's not an amazing matchup. Warner's been so up and down, and Mills on debut, who knows what role he's going to play. So it was always a concern. Held bloody Roberts, says Jacob Delaporte. Well, yeah, he's playing on a wing. It's very frustrating, and the role's just not what it was at the start of the year. Is that free kick to Chad Warner? Free kick to Warner holding against Libba. So I'll take those points at least. See, Mills just not calling for any cheap ball at all. Straight to Bailey Williams. Not one Sydney player decided that they wanted the ball there. Bont short. No, Williams ignored him. Blakey intercept mark. There's Papley. And they're going for another goal. See, this is the other thing that hurts, is when there's so many marks inside forward 50 for both teams, it wipes away 30 seconds every time. Just less time for us to be able to get points from our players, unfortunately. Up to 34 likes as well, so please smash a like on the video if you haven't already. Is that a goal for Papley? Yeah, goal for Papley. So Sydney have kicked a couple of late goals, so it's certainly not gonna blow out, and it might be still a close game. So it's back to 16 points, which is good. Good for the game. You got Dale and Grundy going along very nicely, along with Norton and Papley, the guys over 50. Blakey, Sheldrick, Lloyd, Kennedy, Fraser, Darcy, English, all on 40. Warner's up to 39 now, which isn't too bad. It'd be the fact he's only got 12 points for the quarter again, though, is annoying. Bont 37, and Mill's still on 26. So not looking like a good fantasy game for me so far. If Mills and Bont can get going, then might be a bit better. But the way it's going at the moment, looking like an underwhelming night after a good night last night. Then again, wasn't looking great last night, then it turned around. So hopefully that can be the same as tonight. Who's in the midfield here? Heaney. So Warner again and Jordan. So Jordan on Bont at this stoppage. The Bont will get the clearance with the handball there. There's Errol with the tackle. So Errol got the tackle there. Not a free kick, but good tackle from Errol. There's Warner with a tackle on Libba. There's Errol with a kick. Errol will get it back. The Mills was free in the middle. If McLean looks to his left, he might have Mills for a short kick here. They're probably not going to go there, though. No, they're going long to a contest. Davidson handball. That'd be out of bounds. Bont not even top 8. Crazy people own him over Whitfield. Oh, but everyone brought him Andrew after his bye. It's just when people were targeting him. Whitfield had the last bye. That's why people weren't looking at bringing him in. So I guess that's why. It's the buys, mate. There's Jordan with a snap. That's going to be a goal. That's going to be a goal for Sydney. So Sydney have come right back here. That's three in a row, 4 in a row. They've certainly come right back to 10 points. Corey Bays, there was an interview with a fan and JHF with BT last night, and she said apparently he hurt his shoulder instead of getting managed when subbed. Okay, interesting. There you go. Good to know. Thank you there, Corey. Didn't realise that. So yeah, Bont and Warner both on 39. Still slightly unders what I'd love them to be on. And then you've got Mills still on 26. So still need the three of them to really get going. Up to 37 likes as well. So if you haven't liked it, please smash a like on the video so we get to 100. 100 is always our goals on the stream. So if you can smash like, that'd be fantastic. So that's important for Jordan, who's obviously running with Richards. Don't know if he's still doing the Richards role. Yeah, stand next to Richards again at this CBA. So we've got just under 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Bont, that might be a tackle. That'll definitely be a tackle. So Bont might have got 2 tackles there. He definitely got 1. Bont finally got a tackle. Bont finally getting some tackles. Agreed. It's good to see. Bont, another tackle. There's another one. So here we go. Where's this been from Bont? Where have these tackles been? Bont all of a sudden up to 47. There's Warner got the handball there. So Warner's going to move. Well, he's up to 43. So Warner actually got a tackle. So Warner should be up to 45. Come on, Mills. So it's just, now it's just Mills. Now it's Mills is the one that's letting me down, unfortunately. There's Darcy with a kick inside 50. Thought Errol might have got the free kick there for a push in the back. Yeah, Errol, there you go. Errol free kick. Richards, your crab with a rocket, says Fevelenko. Trade a rookie or Roberts next week. I've got 2 rookies to go, Sullivan and Lohman. There's Mills for a oh, no. They piss off, you stupid umpire. Didn't call it 15, so Mills only gets the handball. So, again, that's 4 points missing. Go to Francis. It'd be good if you went to Francis, then you can go to Mills. They're not going to. He's going to go long down the line. They're not 15 roles, really reduced marks in the back line this year, says Elizondo. Agreed. It's just, it's dumb that they'll sometimes call it, but then sometimes not. There's a tackle for Warner. So Warner's having a good last couple of minutes. I think that'll be 49 that Warner's up to now. 47. They haven't given him that handball yet. Free kick to Grundy. Here's Jordan. McLean. No, that's a bad kick to Sheldrick. And Rowbottom lining up for goal. See, here's another mark inside 50. So, again, we're going to have another 30 seconds gone. Put the whistle away far out, says Louis O'Leary. Yep. Oh, no. Well, they put the whistle away when the kick goes about 15 metres or just less. They'll go, no, not 15. Like, they pick and choose when they want to pay 15 and when they don't, which is ridiculous. Like, I hate the fact that they've cut down on that even more. It's just so stupid. Plenty more bigger issues in the game than that. Rowbottom, another miss. Another set shot miss for Sydney. Probably another Dale. No, Janison kick in this time. Darcy and Kenny, 0 points for 15 minutes, says Fevelenko. I think Darcy got some points. There's Harms. So, oh, come on, stop going out wide. See, now when we want chipping and marking, they'll do it, but it's not to any of the players that we want. So Ed Richards free for a +6. Janison with a kick here. Kennedy handball was going to towards Bont, but nothing there. And that'll be half time. Dale on the bench is Corey. Okay, that's why. Some are 8 metres and they don't say not 15. Exactly. Yep. Perth on a budget. I think that's Anthony. I don't know why the on my thing they come up with the what the username is, not just saying the title. Anyway, but Anthony Beresford, need a forward, can go halfway to Lipinski or Humphreys. Or would I save cash and go straight to another Primo next week? I would save cash and go to Primo next week. I wouldn't be happy with Lipinski or Humphreys in the team. If you had to pick one, it's Lipinski, but I wouldn't want either. Bailey Williams getting so many marks on the kick-in, says Polly 29. Yeah, agreed. Can ask you a favour, says Tim. Depends what the favour is, Tim. Darcy just one kick, says Fevelenko. Yep, it's Anthony. Yep, I thought so. I saw the A with the symbol, so yeah, I thought so. Mills on 11 disposals, yet a bad score, says Caleb Fife. Yep, it's annoying for sure. Let's go through the scores at halftime when they update. Here we go. So Grundy on 68, going along really nicely. If you've got him, be very happy. Dale on 64. Norton 55, Papley 54, so good for draft coaches. Williams 49, Chad Warner's on 47, which is good. 4 tackles is nice. No marks, though, which is disappointing. Bont on 47 with a couple of tackles late, so still you'd like a bigger score, but the fact they're on a nearly 50 is fine enough in a lower scoring fantasy game so far. Blakey 47 as well. Sheldrick 46, Darcy 46 as well. Kennedy 45, English 43. Was a bit quiet in that quarter there. I think he had 10 points. Errol was up to 40, so he had a good quarter there. That's good for my game day squad. I'm happy with that. Much more like Errol in that quarter than the first quarter. What else we got? Heaney up to 38 as well. That's not too bad, considering he was on 4 points at quarter time. Mills up to 28. Again, if he just had a couple of tackles and a mark, he would be on over 40. So 11 touches is frustrating. Is good, but the no marks, no tackles is frustrating. Hopefully he can have a good second half. But this is why I was originally concerned with Mills, but decided I want to get their last rookie up. I benefited anyway, because if I didn't do that option, I would have gone Bergman out to Butters. So I benefited, but yeah, it's just frustrating. Davidson 27, only 7 points that quarter there. Richards 26, Sanders 24, Libba 23, Janison, who I got in drafts, on 18. Roberts still on 3. So a lot of underwhelming scores, but there's also some scores that are pretty decent as well there. So yeah, all in all, not an amazing first half, but if you've got Grundy and Dale, you'd be pretty happy with that first half there. Was on 86 at the start of the second quarter. VC finished on 92, so 1 kick in 15 minutes. Yeah. Can I make you a music song for your channel? Yeah, potentially, Tim. If you would like to do that, then feel free. Andrew goes, you have to go outside the square this year. Typically, top 8 players aren't it this year. Like Williams is a great pick. Yep, not a bad call. Got to add the handball to Warner. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they haven't added the handball yet, so he should be on 49. Yep, agreed. Kind of Vanderploeg. Might be a silly question, but with getting the rookies off field, needed to trade a primo out, who would you do? Zorko to Moore or Dunkley to Flanders? Dunks could come back in the next week for Long or Doc. I still don't know if I love Flanders. Maybe it's the Zorko to Dylan Moore trade if it gets the rookie up, and you can look at maybe getting him back next week. That might be a play, Connor. Louis Leary asked you this last week, Bales, and you said no, but Bailey Williams. I know. I said no, but he's been good. Louise Mason says Dale, yes. So Louise very happy with Dale there. Ruck Pig back says Marco. Yeah, he's looking great. Tim, what should I say about you? You don't have to make a song, Tim. It's all good. I appreciate the thought. You don't have to make one. It is all good. I appreciate the support. I do. Zorko to Moore, no way. That's suicide. Look, I don't love it, Fevlenka, but it does. If it's getting a rookie, well, it kind of depends what other trades are you doing. That would be my question. What would be the trades you're doing? I couldn't get Bailey wins for Gano squad. Couldn't get one off the auctions tonight. Yep, there you go. Song about Jack Daniels, says Marco. I hope we're not going to start that. I've had 2 shots of Jack Daniels, and that was because generous people in Luke and Tony Ford both with $50 super chats. But I rarely drink. You guys have probably seen me drink more than my own family has. So that's saying something. So actually, what's a match I want in the content guys? I want to see that. Make sure you guys do smash a like on the video. So we are on 40. So still need 60 away. So still need 60, sorry. Let's have a look. I want to see my matchup. Still haven't added that handball for Warner yet, which is frustrating. Handled them like a champ. Thank you, Marco. I appreciate that. I thought I did as well. Yeah, bloody Mills. 28 points. 11 disposals. So he's had 5, 9, and 8 marks in the 3 games for this and 0 tonight. He had 1, 4, and 1 tackle. So not many tackles, but 80% game time as well. He played 90 last week. So that's, again, another frustrating thing. Let's have a look. Content Creators Cup. How am I going in that? Doesn't really matter. I'm bottom anyway. So, he's had Butters 79. He's got Sheldrick 46, Liddy 61, Kennedy 45, and Darcy 46. And I've had Doherty 93 and Warner 47. They're the only 2 I've got. He's got Mills and Bont as well. So, it's not a bad start. He's got Sinclair, Jordan Clark, Sarong. And I don't know if Johnson's another player or Clark. Well, Clark must be another player. But I've got Nasai, McKercher, Sheasel, Brayshaw, Josh Dacos, Ned Long, Doc, Warner, and Alga. So hopeful that I can get the job done there. Let's have a look at captains, actually. Those numbers would have updated because it's a little bit after. So let's have a look. So VC. So top VCs for the week. So Nick Dacos, 13%. Sheasel, 9%. Cherry, 7%. Rosie, 6%. So that's a lot of few people went there last night. Gorn, Baz, Whitfield, all 4%. Obviously, Baz and Whitfield probably just the auto-filled teams. All the teams haven't changed just yet. Bont, Dawson, and Brayshaw. So Bont and Dawson 3%, Brayshaw 2%, then Marshall, Kennedy, English, DeConing, Zorko, Merritt, Martin, Sarong, Grundy, Butters, and Heaney 1% each. And then for captains, Dawson 15%, no surprise. Cherry 12%, Nick Dacos 9%, Marshall Baz 7%, Gorn 6%, Whitfield Sheasel 4%, Nasaya 2%. Then you got Bont, Rosie, Brayshaw, English, Zorko, Merritt, Sarong 1% each. So they're the captains for this week. What do we got here? Got a few bits here. Kind of vendor play would be Zorko, Johnson, and Campo to Alga, Moore, and Mills, or Dunks, Johnson, and Campo to Alga, Flanders, and Mills. I do prefer the first lot, personally. I prefer the first lot. Tim says he doesn't drink, but he gets sick when he has 3. Fair enough. Matt Brown just jumped on live after watching the first half. How have you seen the first half? Probably frustrating for my own fantasy team. Obviously, I don't have Grundy, Dale, which is frustrating when they're both going well. I've got Warner and Bont, who I'm happy enough with. Obviously, it'd be good if Bont was doing a little bit better, but 47's okay. A few tackles in there was nice late in the quarter. And then, Mills is the frustrating one at the moment. Only 28 points. I knew he wasn't going to be a 100 averaging player, right? But it would just be good if he could have put up a good score. Besides that, though, been an interesting quarter. Goulden looked good that quarter as well. Fevelenko, can I make a song for you? What should I say? Might be the funniest thing I've ever seen, says Fevelenko. Person on a boat, Anthony Beresford, getting paid to drink seems like the ideal job. Fair enough. Matt says, hey, Buzz, appreciate the shout out earlier on the pod. The Wash Up guys also have a Discord. You should jump in on it. Bit of fun, good place to vent. Not that you need more places to do that. Do that. Fair enough. Love your work, mate. We really appreciate the time you put in. Thank you, mate. Very much appreciate that. That's the ideal goal is to make this full-time job. So we're going along okay in terms of going there. Probably about a quarter of the way to where I'd like to be in terms of making it a full-time job, which is good because I think it's the first year of the Patreon. We keep growing the Patreon, keep growing the YouTube channel and everything. We can make this a full-time thing and would be good because it means more watch-alongs, more content. Because I'm 27, so it's like if it doesn't work in next year or so, couple of years, I'd have to then consider obviously have to actually get a proper full-time job, which would mean less content, which I certainly don't want, and I think a few people don't want as well. So how does the team reviews work for Patreon, Bales? Is that Will? I think it says W, but it says Louise Mason as the thing. I'm assuming it's Will. Are you part of the Patreon, Will? I know you said you were looking at signing up. Did you become part of the Patreon? If you did, you get a free team review every week. So you DM me on Patreon and I give you the code for a team review. So if you have jumped in the Patreon, then we can definitely look at it for sure. So we'll see. It's my mum's details. Says, Will, that's why, Bales. Oh, all good. Fevelenko, use my VC, so C on Naz, Nakos, or Dawson. I'm Dawson out of those 3 as my top one. So I'd go Dawson. And I think I'm a lot more comfortable with Dawson now, just because, Dacos is more likely to get the tag. Dale should be on 90, non-owners very lucky. Well, I think he should be tagged by Jordan. That's what the thing with as a non-owner for Dale that's frustrating. That was an obvious tag to start the game, and they didn't do it. So, I don't have him in my game day squad or anything, so it's very frustrating. Tim says, can I join your watch songs? No, I don't have anyone join the watch songs, unfortunately. It's just a lot easier just to do the one, just because it's the setup I've got. So, I'll keep with that. But appreciate the offer, mate. Paulie D, very hard to maintain balance with work, life, and YouTube commitments. Yeah, exactly. And I'll do a lot more for the YouTube stuff than anything else. So I'd love to make it the full-time thing. So 100% Dawson to Dale was needed. Did I say Dawson to Dale? I meant Jordan to Dale, sorry. That's what I meant. But yes, obviously, it's a bit trickier when you're trying to mix the work-life balance with that. But yeah, I'm hoping that this is my work. That would be obviously the dream. So Loman to Westwood 504k or Butler with 302k, says Will. If you need the cash gen, go Butler. But if you don't need the cash gen, then go for West. That'd be where I'd split it. Has Warner had that handball added yet? No, not that is ridiculous. I'm going to refresh the page. But Warner should be on 49. I don't understand why they have not added that handball yet. Clearly got the handball, and they haven't added it. Unless they have, and they're just refreshing it, and they'll add it when I've done this. Up to 43 likes as well, so if you haven't smashed a like on the video yet, please make sure that you do that. Let's have a look. Have they added the 49 handball? Nope, still no handball added yet. Is there any adjustments? Doesn't look like they've done any adjustments yet, which is disappointing because that's what they should be doing at the halftime break. Mills still 28, so yeah, even like 2 tackles for Mills would have got into mid-30s, and that's fine, but just Mills hasn't really done much outside of some kick-ins. It's been good that he's got some kick-ins, but we really need him to get some of these +6s and get a lot more involved. How do you get paid on YouTube, says Tim. So it's like, well, it comes from the monetization from like the, I don't know if it's the ads and stuff like that, the amount of people that tune in, the amount of people that like the video, the amount of subscribers, all that sort of stuff, super chats, everything like that. It all sort of adds into that. So, and then obviously Patreon is the membership. That might very well have been my mistake. Sorry. No, I might have accidentally said Jordan. So I might have accidentally said Dawson. So Will then next week, hopefully Long to Caldwell. Yep, Ash or Nasai and Foss up so little double upgrade and complete team, hopefully. Yep, I like that, Will. Sub-Center SCG service still under scrutiny. Yep, and it bloody well should be as well. It's pretty disappointing that the game is being played at the ground like this. Any adjustments? I'm still waiting for that Warner handball added. No, still nothing. Really annoying. Actually, I wanted to actually check the NRL game day squad stuff. How's my team going there? Apparently, there wasn't a concert over the bite at the SCG. That's what John Rouse said. We'll see. So I wonder why the ground's so bad. Adam Chua injury update. What's the update? I can't hear it. Clark to McCarthy, Lohman to West, Hardiman to Anderson. Yeah, I like those trades, Tim. Really good trades there. Like those. There's been 2 NRL games on tonight. Terrell May, no surprise, he's going well. Ruben Garrick, that was good. DCE, good score. Turbo, good score. Did I have anyone else? Hopawade, okay. Kiraz went better, so that's fine. Cool, okay, that's fine. Yep, good scores from that. The 3 players I had there. What about the one that's playing now, Knights and the Raiders? Fogarty's on 34. Lucas, 31. It's okay, I don't think I had him in my team, though. Tapine, 26. Did I have anyone in that game? No, I just had Fogarty. Okay, cool. I thought I had someone else, but they were doing bad. But no, they're going okay. What about contender? No, still just Fogarty there. And starter. Did I have anyone starter? I've got Tapine. Got Lucas as well. And then got Brandon Bessies at 1 point. Yeah, fantastic. What do you got here? You said you worked at Macca's Bales. Which one was it? No, Hungry Jack's, but just for 2 days a week, Monday and Tuesday. The one at Furl, if you know which one that is, if you live in SA. Matt, how many hours a week do you spend praying YouTube, pods, just fantasy in general? Oh, geez, it's hard to say because Sunday we do the review pod. Then I record the review video, my own team review video for the Monday. Monday, obviously, and then it's like you obviously record the pod or record the video. Then you got to download the video or whatever. Then you got to export it into a file, like a pod file or whatever, or upload to YouTube as a video, make thumbnails, everything. So it takes obviously longer than just recording. Monday, there's not much because I just upload the review video and that's pretty much it. post my review, like my team and review and everything. Tuesday, obviously, we do the Q&A, so record that. Then going to make thumbnail, export, everything like that. Then I record Trade Talk on the Tuesday night. Upload Trade Talk on the Wednesday. Obviously, thumbnail and everything like that again. When Wednesday's a busy day because that's where I upload Trade Talk. I do the Game Day Squad preview with Tom. I then jump on Hat Chat Live more often than not. Then I record the Patreon Q&A and I do captains. And then Thursday, if I don't record captains or the Patreon on the Wednesday night, I do it on the Thursday morning. Then obviously we do the Watchalong on the Thursday. Then Friday, we do the Pre-Lockout Chat and a Watchalong. Saturday, a Watchalong. And then Sunday, we're back to it. And then I watch all the footy. So that's pretty much my week. So it's a busy week, but I love it. So, but yeah, so Matt, I'm not sure exactly how many hours that would be in total, but Corey Bladledge update is, could they play him straight up in finals as a sub, etc., or play VFL? Okay, yep. Matt, Optus pulled out. Optus pulled up okay after Origin. It can be done. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Tim, do you talk fantasy at your Hungry Jacks? Yeah, it depends who I'm at work with, but if someone plays footy or fantasy, then we talk about it. Quickly cut, how has Mills' role gone? Haven't been able to watch. See, the score isn't great. He's been playing defence. He's been playing as like the roaming guy around there, but just hasn't really got any plus sixes. So I'm hoping the second half that he can get involved. Matt, if you met someone out and they ask what you do you say part-time podcast, YouTube, and also part-time? I wouldn't worry about saying the HJs. I would just say that I'm a sport journalist and full-time podcaster, pretty much, something like that. Ashton says, I've got Cameron VC into Nasai captain for draft at the moment. Should I keep or look somewhere different? Oh, that's fantastic, mate. For draft, that's great. So you'd love that. Are there any adjustments? I'm hoping Warner's been finally added his handball. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like any adjustments actually at halftime, which is disappointing when they do miss stuff all the time and they haven't updated it. So nothing. So I'm hoping that Warner will get that handball at some point during this quarter. But it's only 2 points, I guess. Jordan to Bont now, says Corey. I don't know why. He's on him at the CB. I don't know if it's going to be a tag per se, but it doesn't make a huge amount of sense because it's not like Bont's been lighting it up. So do you work 6 to 12? No, 11 to 4 at Hungry Jacks on Monday, Tuesday. So we got Warner, CBA, Heaney, and Jordan. Then you got Bont, Richards, and Libber. No tackle for Mills. There's a kick for Bont. So Bont up to 50, which is nice. Blakey, Mark. He's got Mills short. No, it's Jordan. Sorry, not Mills. And there's Richards. So interesting that they took the tag off and Richards is that a couple of touches he's had already or just the one? And Norton Mark. How much money would it be for Patreon if I join now? It's $10 a month for Patreon if you'd like to do that. And then I pause all the subscriptions at the end of the season. So like you don't get charged stuff when it's not. So it's like once September hits, it gets paused. So it's like what? If you join now, you get charged, what, $20, $30 if you join the Patreon now, and you get the remainder of the season. Hit the post, so Mills kick in. We like that. Morning or night, says Tim. Morning, 11 to 4 in the morning. So 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So kick in for Mills. We like to see that. We need more of that. At least he's over 30 now. Not studying anymore, BAILSDT Anthony. No, I finished my studies. There's Mills. Mills shot for a +6. Yes! Mills finally with a +6. And it's a 50 as well. No, Anthony, I finished I graduated April last year. So obviously went on my America holiday at the end of the year and had time to think for the remainder of the year and wanted to give the podcast and Patreon stuff a real crack. So Heaney Mark lining up for goals. So I want to see how it goes. So Matt Brown, do you think the number of people who play AFL Fantasy and listen to podcasts has increased, and do you think that number is currently large enough to make it a full-time gig with what you're doing? I think it is. So we've got obviously 4,000 subscribers, and it's obviously growing. Obviously, thanks to everyone here, and we've got over 70 Patreon members. And if you combine everything together, it's, as I said, it's probably, ideally, it's a quarter of the way to where I'd love to be. Like in terms of a full, not love to be because I'm grateful for the position I'm in already. But it would be to a position where it would be a proper full-time salary would be great. So, yeah, just hopefully keep growing the Patreon, keep growing the YouTube channel, and hope that it can get to a point where it will be a full-time job. How far is work away from you, says Tim? About a 45-minute drive. What did you study, Bale? Says Green Cut. Sport journalism. Matt, how many people currently on Patreon? Yeah, just over 70 people. We've had, obviously, there'll be people that cancel. Some people join up late. Some people cancel mid-season. Yeah, it's probably had, I reckon, just over 100 people that would have joined like in total. But then you've had some people join and some people cancel. So I reckon I'll join. Bale says, Will. Well, thank you, mate. Appreciate that whenever you do. So good to see Mills with 9 points in the quarter already, which is nice. Warner still hasn't had that handball added. Well, here's a Warner clearance. Warner might go for goal. No, he's going to kick it. So Warner is on 50. So good to see him and Bont are both on 50 now as well. That's a cracking goal from McInerney on the boundary. Great goal there. Do you hate eating HJs after working there, says Matt? I get it every now and again. I'm only there for 2 days, so... But if I get anything, it'll be like a barbecue cheeseburger. It's not anything big. Leary, do you have to pay people that join the pods, or is it voluntary? No, voluntary. No, voluntary. We ask the people if they want to jump on, and they do, which is great. Have you looked into sponsorships, says Matt? No one's reached out, so I don't know what would happen with that, but hopefully it'd be good at some point if we could. We do have Game Day Squad, though. Game Day Squad have been good, so with the sponsorship and stuff. You're my inspo to keep giving it a crack, says Paulie. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. McInerney has been great for my draft lately. Yeah, he's been good. I don't know. Sorbo Doggy 75. I can't see the actual username. It's just saying the whatever it is, but it says does. I'm not sure what that is. Anthony Beresford, game on here now. Didn't pick that earlier. Yep. Here's Warner with a clearance with a handball there. There's Goulden with a kick. So Errol's been good since quarter time. Certainly getting involved. Looks like Jordan is on Dale now, because Jordan was standing next to Bailey Dale, so that might have been that move. Bont over the back. Norton, you've got Bont. What are you hesitating for? Now, Davidson's got Bont if he gets back off the mark quick enough. Nah, too slow. I don't know why Norton wouldn't kick over the top to Bont. Fraser, that's gone about 5 metres. So I love how they pay that a mark, but when it goes to Mills, they go, nut, didn't go far enough. I'll tip the Swan, says Will. Sorbo says, does your store do food swaps with other food places? I don't think so. Louis Leary, love your stuff. Paulie, watch your videos all the time. Good stuff there, Louis. Get a merch line rolling bales. That's something I could consider. If it's a good game, I like both teams, so don't mind who wins. What do we got? We've got 50 likes. Appreciate everyone that's done that so far. If you haven't smashed a like on the video yet, please do. Obviously, we're trying to get to 100 as always. Norton's top scoring now. Warner 52. Bont and Kenny both on 50. What's Millsy up to now? 37. It's okay. Like, it's not terrible, but yeah, it could be better, obviously. At least Bont and Warner over 50 now. If Mills can get to 50 soon, like a couple of plus sixes, then we'll be pretty happy. That'll be what we want. Grundy got the handball in there as well. I think Warner's on the bench. So Warner's, yeah, it's definitely been a thing that Warner's gone on the bench pretty quickly. So Goulden with the tackle. Jordan back in the CBA. Campbell with Dale. So yeah, it looks like maybe Campbell's doing the role with him now. Bramble's a spud. He's someone that shouldn't be in the team. Not Jordan. Yeah, fair enough, Corey. Yeah, I just saw he was standing next to him. I wasn't sure if it was a tag yet or not, but don't know if Mills on the bench. Not sure. Yeah, so Jordan's still on Richards. It was right with him right there. Roberts with an intercept mark. I was hoping that would be Mills. I think that was a drop mark from Buller. Mills on the bench, says Corey. Okay, that's why. Joel Turner, hey, Bales, say Flanders scores 90 plus this week. Could you consider him if looping at D6, 7 or M8, 9? Yeah, for sure. If he goes 90 again, yeah, I think definitely an option. Do you know why all is showing the names? No, it's Nathan. Okay, Nathan Thomas. Yeah, I had a feeling it might have been. I just wasn't sure, but I don't know why it's doing it tonight. YouTube have changed it for some reason, which is annoying because it was a lot easier to read out the names. It wasn't doing this with the wasn't doing it with the pre-lockout chat, so I don't know why. Grundy handball, Heaney with a kick on the boundaries. He kicked that as well. Yeah, Heaney goal from the boundary. I'm hoping Warner and Mills come back on. Heaney again, let's go, says Corey. Yep, Heaney goal. So I think, Sydney back in front. Sydney have definitely made a game of this. To be fair, I tip Bulldogs, right? But if Sydney win, it's obviously good for the Crows. It's obviously Heaney up to 64, 3 goals after a quiet start for him. It's really, really good. I think Bont got a tackle somewhere, so he's up to 54 as well. So hopefully Mills and that come back on. But yeah, if Mills can start getting going, we might be looking okay again, because Warner and Bont are doing their thing. So yes. Will buy it. So annoying. Yeah, I don't know why it's done it tonight. It's a bit frustrating because I'd much rather be able to have the username. Any updates on Dale Bales? What do you mean? No, he's just still on 64. Hasn't touched it this quarter yet, but 64 is still okay. Just depends if Campbell's tagging him, what's going to happen from here. Rowbottom, Jordan, Heaney. So it looks like Warner's probably still on the bench. Wouldn't be shocked if Mills is still on the bench as well. There's a Campbell, good tackle on Dale. That's almost a throw from Dale there. Surprised they didn't pick that up. English down to the rooms, says Corey. Really? What happened? I didn't see. Dale threw it, says Callum. I thought he threw it as well. What happened to English? Bont with a kick. What happened? Got a tiny limp on there. What's happened? I don't know what's happened. Something to do with his leg, maybe? English ankle injury, Lozano says. Okay, interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's happened. So Darcy's in the ruck at the moment. That would definitely play around with the dog's structure. Sanders handball. Bramble. And goal for the Dogs. Grundy's a weapon, says Louis O'Leary. Agreed. Here we go. Another bit of a tussle again. Fraser and Hayward. What happened to English, says Tim. Apparently went down the room's ankle, apparently, is what Elizeno's saying here. Hopefully Mills and Warner come on now. That'd be nice. And they took the tackle away from Bont. So, again, he should be on 57. Why Champion Data add a tackle and then take it away? I don't understand. How about they just don't add the tackle, and then if it is a tackle, then add it? It's just so stupid. Stop giving me hope that Bont has got a tackle when I didn't see it. He rolled it in the last ruck contest. Looks like just a sprain, though. Doesn't look serious. Corey Badge, Grundy was the play when TDK was out that round first time. Yeah, but I didn't think we saw what he was going to do, but he's going down the room, says Alexander. Mills back on, says Callum 5. He might be going down the rooms to get it strapped. How's Grundy suddenly Grundy from 6 years ago? Probably just because Cox is letting him free a bit more. There's Bont with a handball. Apparently Mills and Warner both back on. Campbell should have given that handball to Warner. Warner was free, and he goes to out of bounds. Yeah, good on you, Campbell. Idiot. Had an easy handball to Warner, who probably could have run into a goal from 50, but he decides to bloody kick it forward. That's what we're up to. 53 likes as well. If you haven't smashed a like, please do. We're slowly getting there, but let's try and get 100 as we always do. Keep the streak going. Darcy doing pretty well in the ruck considering he's up against Grundy. Oh, Mills going back to the flight. Mills +6, which is good. Good mark as well. Nice from Mills. Mills goes over 40 now as well. Like, Mills isn't too far off of the top page. Like, he's got a few of these +6s in the quarter. So if he can keep going, he might still get to a... So if he gets an 85-90, that's a good score from particularly where he was. But as long as he gets an 80+, it's priced at around there anyway. Got a rookie off field. But obviously, the more he gets, the better. See, like, even the YouTube chat, like I see on my phone that, like the YouTube chat's not even updating tonight for some reason. Like on my phone, there's chat on my phone that I haven't seen on here. Because it says here, Grundy going 180, Supercoach at this rate, 126 Reese's, Corey. Fevelenko, always weighed till the 69. Like, Fevelenko, fair enough. Appreciate when you like it eventually. Thoughts on Mills' game so far, says Steve-O. Yeah, not bad. Getting into it a little bit more now, but it would be a lot better if he was on a better score. So I didn't have to stress about him trying to get to an 80, but at least he's over 40 now. Getting a few marks now, which is nice. He didn't get any of those early, so there's McInerney. Good kick in the board. Heaney for a 4th. Yeah, goal for Heaney. Now Sydney back in front. It's literally just chopping and changing with the lead now. Corey Bage has had the easiest run to come. Are you talking about, I assume you're talking about Grundy there, Corey. Oh, yeah, you are. Yep. How was, I said that before. Mills mark, says Andrew. Heaney going to get a 50-point quarter, says Corey. Yeah, and now it's updating on my computer now. So I don't know why it wasn't updating, but yeah, Heaney now was quiet, but now he's over 7. He's now the second highest scorer in play game, 75 with 4 goals. Very, very nice there. Bont 55 as well. Warner's only got the handball and kick this quarter. And Mills 43. So the fact that Mills is essentially on this, like, a very similar score to guys like Kennedy, and that is fine. But it'd obviously be good if Mills could put up a good score from here. But again, last night, at least it's close. Heaney could be an option. Cam saying, so I can't type. Heaney goals galore. Wonder if Cox will put him in the ruck, says Fevelenko. Matt says, hey, an insufficient intent free kick gets a free kick against stat and a -3, doesn't it? No, so yeah, it's 3 points for the kick and -3, so it's a 0-point play. Heaney 3 goals this quarter. Yeah, he's been fantastic. There's Warner with the clearance, so he gets a kick. Warner's definitely had more CBAs this game, which is good to see. Hopefully that's a sign of his role moving forward, and it's not going to be like just a one game. Hopefully it is moving forward. Lloyd, kick inside. Kenny going back with the flight. Rowbottom. Is that another goal to Sydney? Another goal to Sydney. Sydney now out to an 8-point lead. Now some more push and shove again. Hayward at the end of it again. Should I get Heaney and Dunkley next week? I don't know if I'd go Heaney. I know he's had a good game, but he's not a huge ceiling player normally. Dunkley could be an option for sure. How long's left in the quarter, says Will. We've got, I think it's 11.5 minutes. It's not up at the moment, but I think it's about that. Andrew, I've got no one to upgrade to Isaac Heaney, says Andrew. That's fair enough. So Warner should be on 57 when they add that handball. But whether they do or don't, I'm not sure. What are you on for likes-wise now? 55 likes. So appreciate the few legends have done that in the last couple of minutes. So if you haven't liked it, we're 45 away from 100. There's English back on the bench. So he'll come back on. Got some strapping. He'll be good to go. So if you haven't liked it, please do. Obviously, we're trying to go to 100 once again. Is Bont on the bench at the moment? Not sure if Bont is on the bench or if he's up forward. Ah, bloody Fraser took the ball. Mills would have got a tackle then. No, Mills around the ball, but no stats. There's Bont. Bont with a kick and Bont with a goal. He's a champ, the Bont. 250th game, kicked a goal. I was so tempted to have Bont touches, Warner touches, then Warner and Bont to kick a goal each, but didn't do it. Dale 0 this quarter, says Will. Who would you trade out? Long, Chera, Daniel, Warner next week, says Tim. I'm not sure, Tim. That'll be a question for next week. We'll have to see how the other guys go. Bont goal, what a game, says Cone 5. Yeah, well, they're now back to within 2 points again. As soon as I stop watching the game, it's Titan Dale's doing crap. Darcy, so Bogues says Darcy and English on the bench at the same time. Who's rucking? English about to come back on. Warner kicked a goal. That's what I mean, Tim. I wish I did a multi where I had both of them to kick a goal. What the WTF is Harms at all the CBAs. He literally fumbles or is tackled every single time. I'm not sure why. So good. So Bont into the 60s, which is good. Bont, I don't know if Bont has gone on the bench. So Goulden with the clearance. So Goulden kick. So yeah, so Bont doing his thing. Warner's gone okay. And Mills is starting to get a little bit more on the ball. So we're starting to go a little bit better. We just need Mills to just get a little bit more. Tackle for Papley there. 56 likes as well, so need 44. Do you watch WWE, says Tim? Nah, not for me. Dale finally tagged, says Corey. Well, owners of Dale won't be happy, but as a non-owner, I was wanting him to be tagged for ages because he just kept dominating. Like, he's getting so much of the ball. I'm shocked that they didn't start the tag, but fair enough. There's Vandermeer. Vandermeer's got Bont in the goal square. Go to Bont. Oh, Vandermeer can't kick. Kick straight into row bottom. Darcy, mate, been a while with the Rocket, so says Louis. So free kick against Vandermeer as well. So he kicks into the man on the mark and then can't hit Bont. So is Mills around the place? No, handballing to Wicks instead. And Wicks doesn't do anything else other than get the ball and kick long. So it would be nice if he actually decided to hit a target. There's Bailey Dale's first disposal for the quarter, so he got the handball there. Bailey wins with the torp. That'll be a free kick. Should be a free kick against Sydney. No. It's okay. Mills handball, though. I'll take that. Cunningham waits. Mills might be... No, he's not going to wait. No. So that's Errol. Errol +6 coming up. Go to Warner. Go to Warner. Yep, Warner +6 coming up. Love it. Warner going back to Goulden. So Goulden +6. Goulden, where's Mills? Ah, oh, no. Handball to Mills. Sheldrick. I don't know if he was called to play on, but he kicked it very, very quickly there. Warner should be around the... No. See Sanders now falling over. There goes Bramble. That was actually nicely done there from Bramble. There's Bont. Bont with the +6 coming up. Good mark from the Bont. And kick at the back to Fraser. And he'll be lining up for goal. I'm looking at doing Cherry to Grundy. What's your thoughts on this? See how Cherry goes. That would be what I'd say. Don't tag him. Leave Dale alone, says Will. Bont having a good call now, says Elizona. Yes, he is. But he'll go to the bench at some point as well, the Bont. Unless he's already been the bench, but I think he's been forward. But Bont up to 70, which is good. Warner 61, so Errol's up to 62 now as well. So Errol doing a few more Errol things at the moment, and that'll be a goal. So Mills up to 45 as well. Mills could get to 60 at 3/4 time. I'd be fairly happy with that. So 15 more points this quarter would be really good. He's been the bench as well, so I'm hoping that he can get there. For any more than that, it would be amazing. But yeah, Bont and Warner doing their thing. If Warner gets to a 90, I'll be happy enough with that. If Bont can ton up from here, that'd obviously be great. G'day, Bales. How's your night been? Need us to get some goals, says Weary. Yeah, not too bad. Started off, obviously, with the guys going a bit slow. Bont, Warner, and Mills, but they're starting to get a little bit more involved. Who's that? Mega Bear 78 says a C. Is that Chris? I think that might be Chris saying, has Kenny had a role change? Don't think so. I think he still had some CBAs. Played a little bit of forward as well, but he's been playing forward a bit all year. Just hasn't got those stats normally to really bump up that score. So Sheldrick, Jordan, and Warner in the CBA here. Grundy with the hit out. Gee, that's almost a throw. There's Errol again. English with the tackle. I need Kenny to ton up, says Andrew. Well, I'd like Warner and Bont to ton up. Mills can go 80, 90. That'd be good as well. Goulden with the clearance. So Goulden's really starting to get a move on. Oh, Bailey Williams nearly fell over. Out of bounds. I think Bont's currently on the bench, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, Bailey Williams, he's lucky he didn't fall over. We end up falling over in the end. But, again, that was the surface playing a big role into that right there. Now, Bont's on the field still, so he's forward still at the moment. Come on, Darcy. Need Darcy and Hayward goals. Bont isn't on the bench, says Corey. Need Kenya to ton up, says Andrew. Looks like Florence about to come on. Not sure who they're going to sub out. Maybe Buller. No, Rampy subbed out. Looks like maybe an issue with hamstring, maybe. Don't know if that's a good or bad for Mills, because that might be more of a lockdown role for Mills. But then again, Mills has been doing that for pretty much most of the night anyway. Actually, no, Florent will just come on and play the Rampy role, I'd imagine. McInerney, that wasn't very good there. Oh, unlucky there, Roberts. So Bont's forward. Fraser's going to go for goal, though. Is that going to be another goal for Fraser? Another goal for Fraser. So back to a 10-point lead to the Dogs. Good game, this one. Good game of footy. Fraser having a good game, says Alexander. He is. Yep. Fraser on fire this quarter. Yeah, he's having a good quarter. He hasn't kicked 3. Has he kicked 2 goals this quarter or 3? Because I think he's kicked 3 for the game. He's up to 80. I don't know where was this Fraser earlier in the year when I had him. Fraser could be my favourite player, says Matt. Fraser get forward status next year. If he did, that could be an interesting pick. He's a serious player, says Matt. Yeah, he's a good player. Yep. Come on, just need Mills to get back to scoring. He had a good start to the quarter, but hasn't touched it for a little bit now. It was on the bench, but really needing to get going. I think it's about 6-7 minutes to go in the quarter. Oh, still just under 8 minutes. There's still plenty of time. Just need Mills to get going. Kennedy with a handball there. There's Goulden with a handball. Not a great handball to Roberts. Goulden tackle. Goulden's starting to really rack up the ball now. I feel like I'm seeing Goulden every time I look up. It is on his wing at the moment. So 67. They haven't given him the tackle, but I think he should get the tackle. There's Sanders. He'll kick it. If Bont is still on the ground, Bont's in the forward line. Norton. Has Norton got Bont? Go to Bont. He's on Florent. Just kick to Bont. What are you doing? And then there's Florent with the ball. What do we got? We've got 56 likes still, so we're still a fair bit away from our 100 likes. So still need 44. So if you haven't done that yet, please smash a like on the video. Fraser's had 3 goals this quarter, says Corey. Yep. Wasn't sure if it was 2 or 3, but yeah, so there's the 3. He's at the 3. Not sure what happened there, but free kick, I think, for the Dogs. So it's back to 16 points now. Fraser doesn't miss from 45 metres. Norton doesn't miss the post from 15. Fair enough. Really just need Mills to get back into the game here. He hasn't touched it for a while now. He's still on 45. Free kick, Darcy should have got that goal. So what was the free kick to Darcy for? Oh, it was against Melican for holding. Okay, yep. Louis Leary saying for Harms to go away. Yeah, it would have been nice if it had Darcy if that goal, he was allowed to kick the goal instead, but yeah. Come on. I just need, Mills, and so Warner hasn't done a huge amount this quarter, just the 14 points. Really just need him to get back into it, along with, Bont's doing his thing. There's a tackle for Bont. which is good. We'll take that. Up to 74, Bont. We should be. They haven't added the tackle yet, actually. Still haven't added the tackle. I'm very surprised they haven't added it yet. So Norton with the mark. Max de Granny last week saved my season, says Joseph Holden. It was a good move if you did it. You'd be happy. In fantasy, when they lay advantage, the stats should go to the guy that won the free, says Fevelenko. Would be nice if, the player that you had gets the advantage taken away from him. But if you're the player, if you've got the player that takes the advantage, you'd be happy. Here's English. There's Errol with a kick. Where's Mills? Like, I don't even see Mills on the ground at the moment. He's not on the bench again, is he? He's been on the bench already this quarter. There's Roberts. Oh, no, there's Mills. Go to Mills. Go Mills. Go to Mills short. Go Mills short. He's there. Roberts, go to Mills. Don't go to Blake. For God's sake. And they always go to Blakey. Without doubt, they always kick to Blakey. Now go back to Melican and switch it to Mills. Switch to Mills. For 50 now. And he goes to Errol. So Errol another +6. I'd love for him to go back to Mills. I don't know if he's going to, but no, it's going to go down the line. In fairness, I said that before from Fevelenko. Jordan going forward again. Have you added the 13 lights from my side, says Andrew. I'm not sure. I don't know. I think you've got to click the thumbs up. I think there's a different emoji for like the... Oh, there's Warner. Good mark. That's a mark. That's a mark. That's a mark. Yep, Warner lining up for goal. Thank you. I was going to say, he held that for long enough. Warner, this is good. Why has Roberts been so bad, says Grover. Playing on a wing is his role. That's what it seems to be. Yeah, up to 58 likes as well. We certainly don't have as many tuning in tonight as what we normally have on a Friday, but if we can still get 100 likes, that'd be fantastic. So appreciate everyone that is tuning in, though, regardless. So, yeah, 42 likes we need. We're up to 58. Come on, Warner, put it through. Need this goal. No, missed it. That's annoying. Still take the 7 points, but would have been nice if he kicked the goal. They still haven't had that tackle for Bont, which he tackled Heaney and it went to the Dogs. So don't know why they haven't added it yet. So yeah, Warner's up to 68, which is pretty good considering he's been getting a few 70s and 80s lately. And then Mills is on 51. So as I said, if Mills can get to 60 at the half, I'll be decently happy with that considering he's been quiet for a lot of the game. Hasn't really been a Mills game. Fraser, 47 points this quarter, says Corey. He's had a very good quarter. So Bont in a 2-on-1. There's Grundy. Grundy with a handball. Melican, go back, Melican. What are you doing, man? And you're turning it straight over to Vandermeer. Like, why would you not go back and kick to your free players that are back there? And that's a dangerous kick as well. And see, now Dogs are chipping. Why can't this be Sydney chipping around their back? Libba just gets the handball away. There's Johannesson. Mills nearly got the mark there. Someone came in late and got the spoil. That should be on the ball for Goulden. Yeah, Goulden free kick. Hopefully goes back to if Mills is free for a kick. Goulden, chip it. Go short, Goulden. Stop telling people to go down the line. And now he's going long down the line. There's Heaney. It would have been good if it was Warner. Heaney, go back. Switch it. Heaney, go back. Switch it, please. He's not listening. I know he can't hear me, but there's Grundy with a +6 coming up. Be nice if they switch the ball. Doggy's playing like Keystone Cop, says Fevelenko. Can we do another Sunday watch on places, Andrew? No, not this Sunday. I'm going to watch the UFC and then the Crows are playing. So, no watch on this week, this Sunday. What are we up to? 61 likes as well, so we're 39 away. If you haven't liked it yet, please make sure you do that. I don't think Bont's come off this quarter. I reckon he's just played a lot forward, and that's been his rest. Out of bounds. Anthony Beresford went max to Rome Marshall, but looks like Grundy was the trade. I hate when Calvin's actually trending. Goulden free kick. That isn't deliberate for Vandermeer. So Goulden free kick. I'd like some... This is where I want some Mills cheap +6s, but it just isn't happening. I was hoping they'd be going to Warner, but Warner's not even near the ball at the moment. Oh, here's Warner. Oh, he slipped over. Again with this stupid surface. Goulden. I don't know if Mills is back in defence at the moment. Here's Goulden again. Goulden is racking up the ball at the moment. He's going to get it back. I know it's Blakey. Papley. I don't know if Warner's around the... Oh, that's a nice punch from Blakey there. And Rush... No, that's out of bounds. Bont did go off, but for just 2 minutes. He rested a lot in the forward line. Yeah, that's fair enough. Only 47 seconds to go. Goulden's obviously really racking up now. I think Goulden's on 97, and he had a bad first quarter. This is the Goulden that we know. So I wonder if anyone's going to take the... I'm not opposed to actually jumping on him next week, just to get the... Oh, that's a free kick for Heaney. Heaney's going to kick another goal in the quarter. Make that 5 for the quarter for Heaney. Don't know if that was a free kick. Yeah, Bont hasn't had a great quarter. He's only had the 20. He literally hasn't touched it much since early in the quarter. He's only had the 23. Warner has had 21. And even Kenny's on only 60. Mills, 51. Darcy hasn't touched it much since early in the game. Davidson's obviously not touched since the first quarter pretty much. So, yeah, it's... Unless you own Heaney, Fraser, Goulden or Grundy, it's been a pretty bad fantasy quarter for a lot of players. Like, Goulden's had a massive quarter. I don't know what Goulden's had for points, but it'd be near 50, if not over. Yep, Heaney kicks the goal. So he's up over there. Goulden was on 0 with 2 minutes left in the first half. No, he was on more than that. Goulden 57-point quarter, says Corey. Yeah, the reason why he's been great. Janison having a mare, says Fevelenko. Blakey was shut down, says Andrew. Andy Beresford, there's been no standout midfielder, so Goulden is definitely an option all of a sudden. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he's got a good run from under. He's going to drop again in price, but is he going to get as cheap as what we think, or is he just going to stay expensive? He might be someone that, if you just jump on early, you might be rewarded. So it's something I'll potentially look at as mean to make some ranks. Maybe going for someone like a Goulden who's a real pod could be a play. Heaney, 55-point quarter. Yes, those Sydney mids have been obviously massive this quarter. Has Heaney kicked 5 goals or 4 goals in the quarter? Well, they're going to be the end of the quarter. They're not going to barely do anything in this CBA. Need Kenny to go up and also Dale, says Andrew. Yeah, that'll be it for the quarter. Yep, so 3-quarter time. 61 likes as well, so still need the 39 before the end of the game if we can. 12 goals that quarter as well, so yeah, plenty of goals. So what do we got in terms of scores for us? So Grundy's on 111. Yeah, I didn't have him in my top 5. I had him at number 6. That would have been really handy if I could add him for Captain's Challenge. And I don't have him in game day score or anything either. Goulden 97's good. Very good quarter, 57-point quarter. Heaney 93. He had a 55-point quarter. Fraser, Bramble both on 90. I nearly picked up Bramble in draft, but didn't do it in the end. Norton 85. Williams 77. Papley 77. Dale only had the 6 points that quarter, so was very quiet. I think he had the 3 handballs, or he had a tackle and a handball. Bont 70, died off in the late bit of that quarter. He was on 70 with about 8 minutes to go. Just didn't touch it after that. Again, 2 tackles, only 17 touches is disappointing. So for my multi, I need Bont to have 8 disposals in the last quarter, and I need Warner to have 6. So definitely very, very possible. Just need them to have good quarters. I think Bont will have a good last quarter. I got a feeling. What else we got? Yeah, but Warner 68 is okay as a forward. I'll take it. Kenny's on 60. That's disappointing. Was looking all right for a lot of the game, but hasn't touched it much for a while. English 59 obviously went down the runes for a fair bit, so that's the reason why he's down. Sheldrick 58. Mills 51. So what do you have that quarter? 23 points, I think it was. I think he was on 28 at half. Was he on 28 at half time? Yeah, 28 at half time. Yeah. So only 23-point quarter. Isn't really what we're after. But if he gets himself to 80 from here, it's okay. But yeah, certainly not what I wanted from Mills. I know Dogs aren't necessarily a great matchup, but anyway, Darcy 49, disappointing after a good start to the game. Just hasn't really got much of it since then. Sanders 42, if you've got him, 17 touches, 0 marks, 1 tackle, a lot of handballs. Richards 36, obviously disappointing for those that own him in draft. Davidson 36 as well. Roberts 25. That's pretty much about it. So not amazing things fantasy. A lot of people that are under. If you do have some, for some reason you got Errol, you brought him in early. I know that Brisbane Bloods, I'm pretty sure I had him VC for the game tonight. Or if you got Heaney still, you'd be happy. But everyone else is probably under par at the moment. Need some big quarters to end the game. Still 61 likes. If you haven't smashed a like, please do. Despite the rubbish surface, this is actually a really good game to watch, says Anthony. Yeah, agreed, mate. Red lighting. Ed Richards. About to go from most to least favourite player. Also, what is Mills doing? Just, they're not giving it to Mills. He could have been used a few times. They've ignored him a bit. I went Bramble Silver Classic in Game Day Squad this week. Yeah, right. That was a risky one, but you'd be happy with the way it's going so far. I just want to check. Oh, that's what I was going to check. The NRL score. 62 likes. Appreciate the legend that just did that then. So we just need we need 38 to go. Foggy's on 56. I'll take that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Starling's 51. That would have been nice to have had. Lucas 41. It's okay, but I'm fine that I got someone else. Tapine 38. Ponga 32. Brad Best 25. That's not very good. Yeah, okay, that's about it. So, Dale non-owners lucky if he wasn't injured. This was 150. No, he's being tagged, Andrew. He's being tagged by Braden Campbell. That's the reason. It's not to do with injury. It's to do... He's got the card running, so something clearly up, but it's more that he got tagged by Campbell that quarter, so that's why he went quiet. Bramble has 108 game day squad points to the bronze so far. He has 15 points that quarter. Yep, nicely done there. Will says hopefully Dale can still get the ton. It'll be tricky. He needs 30 points this quarter, but he is getting tagged. Been on the bench for 20 minutes. You're not owner. Was he on the bench for 20 minutes? Surely not 20. Surely he wasn't. Let me have a look. Yeah, 12 minutes. Right, okay. I don't know why. And then, yeah, just not a lot of those interchanges were made. But still, he did get tagged when he was on the ground. So that was a big reason why. Dale has a calf injury. Yeah, he's got a corky or something, I think. I think that's what they said. I've owned Rich is unique since the start. Been thrilled. What is this? Says Red Lighting. Yeah, the James Jordan tag, unfortunately. I want to see what's Goulden on in Game Day Squad. Grundy 127. That's a big miss. I wish I put him in the team. Goulden 119. That's a good pod actually in Game Day Squad. Really happy with that. Bont 82 is disappointing, but yeah, very happy with that. Do you know where Henley is in Adelaide? Yeah, Henley Beach. Yeah, yep. It's a fair way away from me, but yeah, other side of the city from where I live. The odd bench stuff with captain last week because that with Dale. Says Will. Callum Fife, I should have just paid up and got Heaney or Laird instead of Mills. Oh, well, hopefully he can improve. I think Mills will still be fine. It's just, yeah, obviously the score hasn't been Hasn't been great. I still do think Bont should be on 74. I think he's missing. I think Bont should be 74. Chad Warner should be on 70 with the tackle and that added, but they haven't done that yet. So last quarter's about to get underway. Need the 36 likes to get to the 100 again. Richards is too good getting tagged over Bont. I got Goulden in Classic as well, so hopefully he can keep winning in Classic Cup. Yep, that's the hope for me as well, Corey. Yep, I had Grundy in, but reserved out to bring Horn-Francis and Mills. Big mistake, says Karen. Yep, I know Horn-Francis was bad and obviously subbed out, and yeah, Mills hasn't been great. I'm hoping you can pick it up here. Warner CBA again. Warner on Richards that time. Handball for... No, I thought it was handball for Bont, but holding the ball towards Heaney. So Heaney free kick. What HJs you work at, says Louis? The one at Phil. One at Phil. Are you close to Glenelg Beach, says Avery? No. Fair bit away from that. Jordan tackle on Richards. So no, Jordan's back on Ed Richards. Bont with the tap. There's Grundy. Grundy with the kick. He's kicked the goal. Grundy is playing so well. He was the pick, and it might be a case of we might need to look at bringing Grundy back in, because Grundy's back to doing Brody Grundy things. 122. Disrespected him, not putting him in my game day squad, all my top 5 captains, but he continues to get it done. Warner got a tackle. I'm not sure where the tackle came from, but I hope they don't just take it away like they have every other stat with him tonight. Yeah, Mills still 51. Just need Mills to get going. It's all I need. Heaney turned up as well. Bloody Grundy, though. He's playing so well. Grundy officially back, might be a top 2 ruck from here, says Elizana. I think he is, the way he's playing. He looks back to the ruck pig, like doing these things as the extra mid. People were writing him off and he's getting it done. I might have to bring him in. How's that a throw when Bont took it from English? Because English threw it. Yeah, I think the umpire was behind him, but still. There's a mark for Kennedy. Oh, that's stiff. And they've given Kennedy a 50 as well. So against Mills, there's not anything against Mills, but it's giving Kennedy a shot at goal. That's so... Like, the umpire, they don't know what 15 is, and then they pay it. Mills goes over the mark, and they call it 50 metres. That's just... It's such a shit roll. Stupid umpires, not giving the players any leniency whatsoever. No, you can't. No. That's a horrible 50, says Matt. Yep, agreed. Happy Kenny's going for goal, but wish it wasn't against Mills. Oh, there's no freak against Mills, and Kenny's going to get gifted a goal. That's bullshit. It's good because I tip dogs, but that is such a... God, that rule is so stupid. So Kenny now all of a sudden was being quiet. Now he's up to 72 all of a sudden. It's never, ever a 50. And there you go. So Mills still on 51. So like for anyone that was wondering if they are 50 metres a minute -3, it's not. So there you go. But such a bullshit rule. 64 likes as well, so still need the 36. Why? But why against Mills? Ainsworth last week and Mills this week, says Corey. How does McAndrew get the 50 against with a player calling play on? I'm not sure. I didn't see that one. I don't know. Bad. Here's no tackle for... I don't know if that's a tackle for Warner or not. Goulden handball. Jordan should have given the handball to Warner, but decides to kick it long. Oh, Papley, look at it. Papley, go! No, not going to be a goal. Ah, bloody Warner. If he just held his bloody footing, he might have got that there. Lloyd is Warner around the place. No, Lloyd's gone for goal. That's a bit of a stupid decision. Papley hungry, says Fevelenko. Warner was a tackle. Oh, so he did get the tackle in, so he's up to 70. He'd be up to 76 now. Yep, that's good at least. Bont still hasn't touched the ball this quarter. There's English with a +6 coming up. Jordan currently on Bont. Bont's got a one-on-one with Jordan. Go to Bont. And why are you going to Darcy who's got Melican right on his hammer? There's a handball for Goulden. There's Darcy with a kick. Bont's free. If Norton picks it up, he might kick to Bont. Norton, go to the goal square. No, he's going to go for goal. God's sake. Do AFL players do any laps around the oval? I'm not sure, Andrew. I don't know. Go back to Darcy, says Fevelenko. It seems like our players tonight have been ignored a lot. They haven't gone to the players that we want. Part of me's hoping this is behind, and I'm hoping for a Mills kick in. No. Out of bounds. Typical. I don't think Mills is going to get much more than 70, unfortunately. Being on 51, 8 points in it, they're not really going to do much chipping around. I just don't see how Mills is going to get to a good score unless he goes into the midfield or gets some tackles or something. Which is disappointing because I thought he was going to be a good option, but SCG must be banned for AFL disgraceful pitch. Agreed. It shouldn't be. I don't know who's doing the job at the moment, but it's a pretty. It's shit. This is meant to be an AFL standard ground, and it's not. Here's Bont. They've given the free kick to Roberts. So why? Of course, when our players going for goal, they pay a free kick against. And here's Lloyd junking up these +6. Go to Mills. Go to Mills. Go to Mills. Mills is free. Go to Mills. Mills is still short. No, and Lloyd, you idiot. And he goes back to Roberts. And now they're going to switch it to the other side of the ground. That is such a shit kick from Roberts. Go Bont. Go Bont. Shorten the... No, and he's going long to a contest again. What is with these shit players? And now what? All of Roberts, Blakey, and Mills are trying to get the kick in. I don't think Mills has got it. No, Blakey's got it. So Roberts has moved back to half-back now, which is really eating into Mills at the moment. Cunningham long to a... These players are shit tonight. This last quarter has been awful for fantasy so far. All these players not doing anything to help out. There's Roberts +6. It'd be nice if he actually kicked it to... No, don't handball to Blakey, you idiot! Why do they give the ball to Blakey at every opportunity, but when guys like Mills and that are there, they go, nah, we're not going to go to him. We're going to go to a contest or go to Blakey. Golden tackle, I think. Warner with a handball. At least I'll take the Warner points. Man, Mills has been a failed pick. I don't like the role that he's playing. I thought this is going to be so much better than what it was, but it's been awful. And there's Buller, goal for Buller. So back to, what's that? 3 points. I regret Mills over McCurch now, says Corey. Yeah, I would have gone McCurch over Mills. Best 18 says Redline. But yeah, I know it's best 18, but still, I want my players scoring well. But Bont hasn't touched it this quarter, I don't think. Still on 70. Warner's had an okay start to the quarter, but Mills hasn't touched it. Mills 51 still. See what I mean? I have a good start last night, and then tonight looks like it's just going to bring me straight back down. And I know no one in this game is really doing anything anyway besides Grundy. But, yeah, I'm missing out on points tonight, unfortunately. I went McCurcher instead of Mills, says Fevelenko. Can't fight. This is a sad watch along going Mills with 236k in the bank to upgrade when I should have paid up. You called it Bales 40 points first quarter last week. I did, but I went there because I wanted the rookie off field. It's not best 18 next week, says Matt. Yeah, and that might be very, very annoying next week, I reckon. Richards with the kick. Here's Errol. Errol with the kick. And I think both Mills and Warner are both on the bench now. So this, and of course now Sydney decide they're going to switch the ball and kick it to these defenders. Absolute joke. Absolute joke, some of these players at times. They really are. What happened with Dale, says Ben? He's still dealing with that calf, and he's been on the bench a bit. See, of course, now it's in Sydney's defence. Right when we want. Here's Fraser for another goal. Is that a goal? Yep, goal for the Dogs. It's a good game, good game for neutrals to watch, but as fantasy coaches, it's frustrating. No one wants to win, says Matt. Yeah, it's back and forth at the moment. It's just like Bont's done nothing. You'd think in a game in a quarter where the game's online, he'd be doing a lot more. Warner's had 9 points in the quarter so far. Mills hasn't touched it. So, yeah, Mills and Bont have not had a disposal or anything this quarter. And Warner has had 9 points. So, 3 players have scored 9 points combined for me to start the quarter. Absolute bullshit. Should I trade Mills to the Premier next week or Bolton? Oh, no, Bolton goes before Mills. Dogs aren't necessarily an easy matchup. We were just hoping that Mills could have got himself to an 80 at least against them, if not a little bit more. And see, I've got Mills in my game day squad as well. Here's who's that going off the ball? Roy, Lobb, and Francis. Geez, they're really going at it. Really going at it. Here's English with a mark. Why does Bont not? So Bont gets none of these little chip marks. I don't know if he's gone forward. Yeah, he's there, but again, he's not looking to mark the ball. Give it to Bont Davidson. My God! What is with these players? They just love... So these players tonight have just loved ignoring all of the fantasy relevant players tonight. They'll ignore Bont. They ignore Dale at times. They ignore Kennedy. They ignore Warner to an extent. Mills. They've all been ignored. Just get Whitfield when he returns. Wouldn't worry on Mills. Oh, yeah, Mills will be looking at maybe... Well, if he keeps doing these shit games, I might be getting rid of him at some point. Here goes Francis and Lobb again. Here they're still going at it. My God. Fighting again, it's a 70, says Karen. Yeah, it's like that. They are really hating each other. I don't know what has happened. Well, this is Vandermeer now with Francis. Francis, mate, you got to settle down. So again, Bont, nothing. Bont was a terrible trade in a few weeks ago, says Bruce Moose. It's just these players just not doing what we need them to. I don't know what Francis and Lobb are doing there, but very interesting. McNeil's been subs as Corey. Here's Bont, finally his first disposal of the quarter with a handball. Kennedy drop mark. I don't know if he's used... Kenny's got the free kick. But see what I mean? Kennedy goes quiet for ages, but he still gets to a score regardless. Whereas guys like Bont, Mills, if they're quiet, they put up shit scores. I love how all this ball is back in the Sydney defence when Mills is off the ground. Looks like I'll be doing Mills to Whitfield and Cherry to Grundy, says Andrew. Don't blame you, to be honest, for those trades. But the guys who are turned up. Grundy, who some people have got, has been great. Fraser, draft is good. Heaney, Goulden, if you've got them, you'd be happy. And Norton. Then Bramble, Lloyd, Papley. Kennedy's the next fantasy relevant player on 82, which is okay. Then you got, Williams, Blakey, then Warner, Dale, English, Bont, like they're all in the 70s at the moment, and we've only got 11 and a half minutes to go for the rest of the game. Darcy, 54, Mills, 51, Roberts is on 45 as well if you've got him, and that'll be a miss, and Mills is still probably on the bench. Like, get these guys on. Like, I hate the fact that it's guys like Lloyd and Blakey and that racking up in defence and not Mills. And it's not helping that this game has been stuck on that outer wing for like the last 10 minutes. Like, they're not able to make subs or interchanges at all. Mills won't even get to a 60, says Caleb. Well, if he doesn't get to 60, that's going to be an awful trade-in. I'm going to be really pissed off if he can't get to at least a 70. Well, I don't hold much hope that he will. Like, because like Warner is still on the... That's an awful kick. Like, Warner's still on the bench. Mills still on the bench. That's a tackle for Bont. So at least that's something. If that goes to Sydney, that note. So Kennedy, nothing there. There's McInerney. Here's a Golden for a +6. Now get Mills and Warner on. My God. Roberts, mate, instead of calling for it, get Mills back on. And now they're going to switch it right over to the other side. If they switch it back, Mills has just come on. But no, they're not going to. Yep, they've got 3 players there. They're just going to go there. Blakey is the start of Sydney. Blindly bombs it all the time, says Bruce Moose. Agreed, mate. Agreed. Francis smothered. There's Sanders. Grundy bench, says Corey. There's Buku. Bont's alone, running inside the 50. So, of course, they don't go to him when he's in a one-on-one contest. They'll kick blindly to these other guys that are in a one-on-one contest, but they'll go, nah, Bont, best player in the comp. Nah, we won't go to him on a one-on-one. We'll back it. He's on Sheldrick. Like, I'd be backing Bont 100 times out of 100 against Sheldrick. Finally, they're going towards him. But again, Bont's too focused on bloody moving people around. Oh, my God. This has been a frustrating watch-along. Richard's going to drop off. Mills will as well. So Mills currently on Bont. Please don't give a free kick away. There's Warner. No, nothing for Warner, of course. Yep. This game for fantasy has been shit. For the purpose of a game, it's been a good game, but for fantasy, it's been absolute horse shit. And Warner falling over again. This surface has been crap. Bont crashed into by bloody McInerney. That would have been handy if it was a free kick. Grundy's free kick. It'd be lovely if Mills actually got involved. No, Grundy's going to go the other side. Oh my God, this is so annoying. And English all alone. Why is it every one of my... He's struggling with the ankles where you could see him hobbling. It's literally every player but my 3 touching the ball at the moment. And you could make a second half of the season charge. Not got it deleted by Andy, that comment there. Darcy absolutely ghost since the first 5 minutes, says Louis O'Leary. This game has been very frustrating. All my players have been very meh. Yeah, my players have been very, very disappointing as well. Who would have thought I should have looped Mills and Liddy, not Bergman? At the moment, I would be gaining 10 points if I'd played Liddy instead of Mills. Miss for Dogs. Please let Mills take the kick in. Thank you, Mills. Now play on. Please don't do... Oh, thank you. He's played on. Good. So Mills kick. So Mills' first points of the bloody quarter come from a kick in. There's Mills with a handball. So Mills a couple of touches at least. Chad Warner +6 coming up. No, mate, that +5. McLean didn't even look and see if there was someone other than Florent that was free. So Warner's ticked over 80 at least. So Warner's at least doing at least all right. Don't know if that's a tackle for Kennedy. So Warner again slipping over. Don't think he got the handball. Henny could make a second half of the season charge season better with Goulden back. Yeah, Andy, I do like that call. Yep, Dustler 8 points in the second half. This game's, said it before. There's Goulden. Don't know if he got the free kick for that one. Don't think he did. Mega Bear says, for some reason, my YouTube handle was displaying instead of my first name. I don't know how to change it back. Is that Chris? I'm assuming it's Chris. I don't know why it's doing it. It's done it all night. So, just under 6 minutes to go. Oh, God. Dale on the bench again. So, Dale, I don't know if that's him done. Okay, it is Chris. Okay, cool. I'll just refer to you as Chris from now on. Unlike with Mills Bars, there was something about him I wasn't convinced by. I couldn't put my finger on it. Dale and the bench far out. Yeah. Why have Bont, English and Dale gone to the bench? I've got no idea. When the game's on the line with 10 minutes to go, what a stupid decision to get your best players on the bench now. Darcy and Mills don't pull the finger out, then I'm going to have to field Liddy score, says Louis O'Leary. It's just, why? 6 minutes to go, and you got Bont and English on the bench. Here's Warner, handball. Trying to go to Goulden. Didn't work. Cool, I've caught up. Destinator says, hey, Bales, would you rather get West over Tyro this week if it means I can get Rouster next week? Yeah, that's fine. Yep. There's Goulden with a kick. There's Cunningham. Of course, Mills was the one that was in the middle free, but they went further across the course. Yep. Brought in Richard 2 weeks ago, and he is my whole side, my whole season cost me 4 or 4 multis. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to get my multi anymore. I was hoping that Warner would be able to get to 20 touches. He's got 3 more, but I was hoping Bont would get to 25, and he's at 18. So Bont ain't getting it. So, of course, Warner might still get there, but there's been some massive scores. Grundy, Norton, Goulden, Fraser, Heaney, and Lloyd, all big tons. But everyone else, pretty bad. So Bont is back on. Bont's got a one-on-one with Florent. And Dale's just come back on, and he's got no one on him. And they kick inside and nearly turn it over. And now Sanders is fumbling. And then Richards is marking instead of Bont. Fantastic. Here's Dale with a kick. So Dale's back on, at least. Give it to Mills. Yep, Mills with a handball. And here's Wicks trying to do his usual shit where he runs 10 metres. Give it to Warner. Yeah, here's Warner. Warner with a handball. There's Jordan. You got Goulden there. That's a bad handball. Here's Kennedy with a kick. And you got Dale +6 coming up. This is why dogs aren't betting top 4 sides. There's Andy. Fraser, a little tempting. Yeah, Fraser's been good. Elizondo, Bont, English, Dale, all on bench with 5 minutes to go. If they lose, it's their stupid interchange rotations. Here's Sanders +6. Oh, my God. Don't understand why they don't want to pass to Bont. His 250s. They miss him for an easy mutt every time they go down the field. Yep, no, it's been both teams this year have ignored our players tonight. Here's Bont. Bont, that's pay that. You pay that. You pay that. That's a mark for Bont. He held that long enough. Oh, this game, man. Seriously. Warner handball. There's a Mills handball. No, Mills can't get the tackle. Buku. This could be the game here. I think Vandermeer's free. It's not a great kick. It's actually well defended by Blakey there. Francis is there. You got Mills there. No. Wicks, go to Mills. Go to Mills. Go to Mills. Oh, you dickhead. And you're going to kick it over and turn it over. Yeah, good on you. Good on your Wicks. Absolute spud. And then West. This will be pretty much it now. Gordon's back, says Corey. Yeah, he is. Yep. This game. Like, Warner's probably doing okay, but besides that, like, it's just shithouse. It really is. And that right there, just with the bloody surface. What are you going to do with Mills now, Bells? I'm holding Andy. I'm not going to trade after 1 week. He hasn't changed role. It's just had a shit score. Well, technically, I could trade because I don't have much else. So now Blakey's going to take the goddamn... Stop letting Blakey take the kick-ins. And give the kick-ins to Mills. I would say go to Mills, but go to Mills. They're going towards him, whether Mills can mark it or not. Yeah, Mills mark. Good. Well done, Millsy. Gave the handball to Goulden. Goulden's definitely back. I'm going to need Goulden back in my team, I think. And McLean's got to hurry up, though. This will get it back to under a goal. So Warner's 89. I thought Warner was on more than 89. I don't know why they... I feel like they're missing a stat, but maybe he's on 89. And McLean's missed. Hit the post. So Bailey Dale kick in. This will get Bailey Dale to 90. The fact that Bont isn't even on the top page after where he was is just diabolical. I mean, Bont's 250th. He's hardly made an impact. He kicked a goal that was good, but besides that, he's done absolutely nothing. I know they're going to win, but Mills will probably get a disposal here. Yeah, got the handball. There's Goulden handball. And that's it. Game over. Thinking about turning Bont into a defender, says Chris. This game, man. My God. This is why I didn't get too over the top in the pre-lockout chat, because even though I had a good start last night, just knowing that it can just go to shit after a game, and it's gone to shit. Not one player over 90 in this game. What to have? Warner 89, Bont 76, and Mills 67. Fuck me, man. My God. With all the tons tonight, not one I owned. And see, this is why I can't enjoy fantasy this year. I really can't. No matter what I do, it just comes back and it just goes to shit again. Like, going Bont over Caldwell was an absolute farcical trade. It has turned out to be absolute shit. Okay, Bont went 120 against Richmond, but he should have done that anyway. Everything else has been shit. Bont's only turned up once in the last 4 games. Everyone has him, but damn, I don't think he's a top 8 mid. I don't think he is either. He's played like shit this year. Okay, yeah, he had a good game last week. It was against bloody Richmond of all people. And again, another mid-70 score. Callum Mills with a 67. Warner, another sub-90 score. Like, the 89 is acceptable enough at least, but... Cricket Cup winning Bont becomes such a watch. Agreed, mate. Agreed. Yep. Richard would have gone crazy if it wasn't for the tag. Look at the last. Andrew, I'm going to play 2 rookies, 2 new premises. So, agreed, mate. Yep, agreed. Bont stinks. Twice now, Bont's killed me in contender. Yeah, I played Bont again in Gano squad as well, and he was shit again. Played him over Rosie. What a great call that was. Fucking shit. Is Chera a trade now with a high break-even, says Sean? Oh, I don't know. He was shit this week, but it's his first bad game. You got guys like Bont and that have played shit most of the year. Sultan says, actually useless up front. Warner, Kenny, Mills, Richards for red lighting. Too much bench time for Mills. I'm with your Bales filling it too, says Matt. Louis Leary, how does Gordon get 4 more tackles than Bont? Just ridiculous. What did Gordon have with tackles? He had 7. Yeah, Bont had 3. Like, yeah, and he had 2 of them in the space of like 10 seconds. Dacos clears Bont. Don't get why people love Bont. Oh, for fantasy, for sure. It's not even close. Flying Cow says he's Gordon a trade target. Oh, I think he is. I think he's back on the radar. Or as the ball boys like to say, the radar. So, Lee Everett, this is the definition of a hard watch fantasy game. All our players getting ignored. Yep. Yeah, tonight, all the players got ignored every single time they got near the ball. What an absolute shit fantasy game that was. It would be lovely to have a weekend without any shit fantasy games. It would just be absolutely lovely. Gorn was running all over the ground, says Corey. Oh, he's a gun. He's someone that we need. He's someone that we're not going to be let down by. Gets it done every time he goes on, except for last week. First game back, you can forgive him. Darcy's shown that you don't trade key forwards in. He went missing after pretty much the first quarter and a bit. Just didn't touch it. Matt, I was 60,000 round 1, got up to 7,000, started the buys. Now I'm looking at 15k at the end of this shit. Yeah, mate, I feel your pain. I know I've risen a tiny bit this buy round, but this year's been shit. Matt Brown, what does the Swans fixture look like for possibly bringing Gordon in? I think it looks pretty good for the remainder of the year. Sydney's fixture, so they have got... Just looking at Callum Mills 67 is so infuriating. He had 22 disposals, 4 marks, 0 tackles. Like, you still got the ball. It's just 67. My God, he got the 62 as well. So he's got 2 60s in his 4 games. And he had 56 points in 3 quarters last week. He had a 40-point... he had 56 in 3 quarters last week. So he hasn't really done anything bar that first quarter last week. So go Freo, St Kilda, North Melbourne, Giants, Essendon, Brisbane, Geelong, and West Coast. I'm really heavily considering... Like, I could go Caldwell, or I could go Gould next week. That's going to be the decision. And I really should have Caldwell over Bont, and then be able to go Gould next week. Richard's got tagged almost the same amount of disposals as Bont. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, good on Bont. Amazing career. 250 games. Great player. But tonight, as a fantasy option, I'm not happy at all. Cannon 5. I hate when you make a bad decision but don't want to rage trade. Want to trade Cherry Mills and Bont. Awful start the round. I've learnt my lesson. Always pay up. Don't go back. Oh, no, but see, Callum, that's the thing where I've been caught out for. I paid up for Bont. It's gone to shit. I paid up for Dacos early in the year. It's gone to shit. Should have gone for cheaper guys. Chris, thinking out of Long, Bont and Chera. Long is the hold so far. Yeah, probably. Yep. Oh, you'd almost be saying that at the moment. We'll see what Long does, but Spruce Moose, I'd be angry at Bont with a shit score with no tag. I'm angry at Bont and Mills equally as much, but it's more the fact that I brought Mills in. What's the bet? Flanders goes 90, and I was keen on him. Gordon is potentially a better version of Nick Dacos next few seasons, says Anthony. Oh, he's a gun. Tim, guess what? I got Swish video from Nina Morrison, my favourite Cats player. Nicely done there, Tim. Because effing Bevo put Darcy in the ruck. That should be lobotomy, says Fevelenko. Sam Darcy, absolute trash. Mills, not much better. Yep. Mr. Melody, I agree with you, mate. And what happened to Superman Darcy? Just went missing for 2.5 quarters. Louis Leary, can I go Bont to Gordon or prioritise upgrading people like Warner, Doc, Long? You got to hold Bont, but it's a hard watch. Moonboy, rage-inducing fantasy game. I had to leave for a while to collect myself. And I've got to stay here and do a watch-along. I wish I could have left and done that, but paid 1.05 for Richard, 64, and you're crying about Mills. But yeah, but I'm looking at it from my own team. If I took into account every single person's team, I wouldn't be doing fantasy anymore because I'd be that angry for everyone. But it's hard to be angry for everyone. I'm angry at my own team. True, I'm going to loot Mills and McCarthy next week. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Will Goulden an option coming weeks? Yes, he is. Yep. Goulden tag, says Flying Cow. I don't think so. No, I think he'll be fine. Could be against, maybe Wagner. Yeah. Louis O'Leary, why would Bevo put their future superstar in the ruck, risking injury when he kicks bags up forward? Yep, I don't know. Bont plays North next week. That's the thing. And Bont has got that's a great matchup. Bont dominates North. So he'll be fine next week. But the fact that he only scored 15 points more than Liddy. So Bont's score's going to count for me. Unless Alga or McCarthy go bigger, he's going to count. Because Mills at the moment is my 19th primo that won't count. Shocking fantasy night with English, Darcy, Mills, Kennedy. Yeah, even Kenny, 89. I'm playing about Warner, but Warner scored the same as Kennedy. First sub-ton for Kennedy for a long time. Mills would have gone 150 if we didn't jump on. That's how fantasy works. Feverling, come on, guys, get those likes in so I can too. Yeah, I'll do next. We're still on 67. I think we're not going to hit it tonight. If you're still watching, please smash a like on the video so we get to 100. Our streak has been going since round 2. But I don't know if we're going to get 33 likes. I don't know if enough people are watching at the moment that will get it. So I think this will be the first watch along in a long time. And it probably doesn't make sense. Well, if I need to say, if I say to like it 50 times throughout the watch long, I don't know if we're going to get it. Bont gets 30 next week with handballs and nothing else and scores an 80. Bont had 29 second half points. Yep. And he was on 70 at 3/4 time. He had a 6-point quarter. When the game was online, 6-point quarter. He doesn't care about fantasy anymore. No players do, right? But he doesn't get the stats anymore. He had that one massive year, but besides that, he's just been a 100 averaging player his whole career. He doesn't get the cheap marks. He doesn't get the tackles. It's just, yeah. Matt, happy with my VC on Grundy. Made up for Chera. The SCG ground is so bad. Was tough to watch being at the game. Oh, Grundy with the VC is massive, mate. Well done. Matt Brown, honestly happy with Kenny's score with a game like that. Yeah, and you got Kenny. It's, yeah. Primo mids don't have 6-point quarters. I'm very close to training Bont. Not with North next week, but yeah. Just changed account for you, Bales extra light. Thank you, Callum. Appreciate that. We're up to 81, actually, so we took a bit of a jump. We might get there. Just 1908. Susan, shit fantasy game and had Roberts as well, but thanks for doing the watch long, Bales. Get those likes up, people. Thank you, Susan. Appreciate that. Want more Supercoach playing the fantasy. Yep. Yeah, agreed. As I said, just when I thought I was going to have a good round. Just when I thought. And then Bont delivers that. Mills delivers that. Fucking joking. Seriously. This game, man. Watchalong tomorrow, Bale, says Sean. Yeah, at this stage there will be, but... Tell you what, it is a struggle doing so many watchalongs when the games that we're doing are just not fantasy friendly. I know last night was good, but for once it would be nice to have a whole weekend of good watchalongs. But it's just been shit again. So who's tomorrow night? Yeah, we will. Collingwood and West Coast. I'll do one for that one. Because we'll have the Dacos brothers, Ned Long, Darcy Cameron. I don't have Darcy Cameron, but... Yeah, we'll do one, but yeah. Up to 86 likes as well, so just 14 away. What do we got? Bontsmore. Yeah, I said that before from Corey. LM, half of it is on his teammates. They look at them and think it's an insurance to try and be the next Bont and end up doing something stupid. Yep, good point. Louis Leary, Bont more of an impact player, I think. Yeah, he is. Yeah, yep. He's not a fantasy player. He's more of an impact player. I'm too annoyed. Got to go. On your bells. Good job as always. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Matt, true. I'll like on the missus account. Thank you, mate. Yeah, we just need the 15. Matt Brandt, I'm off now. Thanks for another watch on bells. Always fun checking in at the breaks. Have a good night, weekend. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Hope you do as well. Will might trade Bont after North. We'll see how he goes. Elizano, Bont has been a top 8 mid for fantasy the past few seasons. Just been so disappointing this season. But again, it's like, goddamn paid up for him at 1.06 or 1.05, whatever it was. And he's going to lose like 150K. It's just ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. As I say, just when I thought I was on for a good week. Just when I thought. Nope, fantasy's got to come and slap you in the face and say, no, we're not going to give you a good week this year. Will, Long to Caldwell, Ash, Goulden, Zorko, Nasai could be expensive. I really like Goulden. He was great tonight. Just need the 12 likes as well. We're nearly there. Yeah, Goulden's a pod. Not everyone's going to bring him in. Elizano, Bont, Merritt, Dunkley, some big top dogs in the midfield, all failing this season. Oh, gee, yeah. When you add those guys in, Tom Green's been very inconsistent. Obviously, Trelaw's been injured all year as the number one averaging mid from last year. Yeah, just been too many shit players this year. Merritt has lost me that much, but way to look at it now is he's cheap. Bont scores under a ton next week, I'm trading him, says Will. I think a lot of people will. If Bont goes sub-ton again against North next week, the fact he's only tonned up against Richmond lately is a joke. He was a safe 100 the first few weeks he came back, and we all jump on, and now he decides to have all these shit scores. It's just a joke. And there's bloody Buslinger, who should be in the team, and they've got Spuds in there ahead of him. Bont owes us a 150 against North next week. Mate, he owes us like 2 or 3 150s. He just hasn't got it done. There's been shit. Just annoying. Bont to Sam Taylor says, I'm assuming that's you. I'm assuming that's Louis. G'day, Louis, mate. Mate, fucking hell. Oh, Louis, man. Louis. What is going on with this year? This is just shit. I know you had an awful one last week, and it's even worse. Like, obviously, I feel for you and Jordy and Taser with the Whitfield thing, but far out this year's been shit. Caldwell with the run says, well, yeah, I like Caldwell. As I said, I like Goulden as well. I like those two. Lord to Rouse. I'm still laughing at Bont to Santo from Louis. Lord to Rouston and Artgrade, Chera or Bont. I don't mind that, Andrew. Sean, what a shocking game. Heaney, the only highlight. Oh, mate. It was a good game of footy to watch, but the ground was shit. Fantasy shit. Yeah, most things are pretty shit. Bont won't get a 150 now. He is getting Fife syndrome, says Anthony. Up the doggies, says Has. G. Bales might have traded Mills in. What an awful trade. Should have gone Bergman. Oh, I wouldn't have traded Bergman in. I wanted to trade Bergman, but I traded in Mills as well from Foss, and I'm probably not even going to get a 10-point upgrade, which is absolutely ridiculous. They took a tackle off Bont. He only got 70. Oh, oh my God. Oh. We're still on 76. I don't know if it hasn't updated, but Warner still hasn't been out of that bloody handball in the second quarter that he should have got. He should have got a 91. We're on 90 likes as well, so just 10 away. If you haven't liked it, that would be fantastic if you could do that for us and get us to 100 again. I didn't think we were going to get there, actually, but we're pretty close. No, Warner's still the 89. Kennedy lost a kick. So they didn't add that handball for Warner. They've taken a kick away from Kennedy. Yep, and they've taken a tackle away from Bont. Yep. Seriously. 2 tackles for Bont. 18 touches. Dawson does that in his sleep. Gets 18 touches in his sleep. Dawson will have someone hanging off of him, and he'll get 18 touches. In terms of fantasy, there is no comparison. No comparison. Mills 67. I was just crying for hoping he'd get a +3. Why do we play fantasy? That's the question. We do it every year. We go, oh, it's a fun game. We try and get our friends and family into it. I'm almost at the point where I'm trying to bloody encourage family and friends to not play fantasy. So then they don't have to put up with this shit every weekend. Sean, Dale useless since I brought him in. Never got tagged, then gets rested and tagged next 2 weeks. Yep. To be fair, 90 is actually not too bad. I know that he only had a 26-point second half, but yeah. Look at Gordon Bales. Will he get tagged against the Saints from Windy? There's a chance he does, yeah. What are you up to? Still 10 likes away. If you haven't smashed like, please do that. That'd be very much appreciated. Like people, Bales need his dinner. It's bloody 10 p.m. Yeah, no, I need the like. If you can smash the like so I have some dinner, that'd be good. Bont back to trusty Zach Reed, says Will. Ruins Mills cash gen, says Callum. Oh yeah, Will puts a dent in it. Yep. We do AFL Fantasy to keep busy, says Tim. I'd rather not be busy and have a stress-free life, to be honest, but I keep coming back. Andy, this game shits me, Bales. Chera gone next week for me to Caldwell or Errol. Myers even with the Cats run. Yeah, see, like I could have literally cashed up for next week and gone like Long and Dock to Errol and Caldwell and had McCarthy on field over Mills. But I thought, no, I'll get the rookie off field. It's a smart play. Have 22 primos on field. Like, I'll be able to loop between McCarthy and Mills moving forward, so that's fine. But, my God. Brought in Butters and Darcy, says Matt. Yeah, and see, that's. I feel sorry for you there, Matt. That's just not fair. Dodge Mills and Darcy at least, says Sean. Matt, Whitfield and Ashcroft will probably outscore them in the next 3 rounds with the bye. Andy, been playing fantasy every year since 2002. Bales, I feel. Yep. Just need 8 likes now. We're on 92. Sean Werner, what mid under 850k would you get? Just looking at getting my last rookie, Finn O'Sullivan, off field. I don't love anyone under 850k. Dylan Moore's probably the only one I don't mind that hasn't played yet. Or McKercher. McKercher's the one if you don't have him, Sean. McKercher's number 1. Dylan Moore's probably number 2. Put a forward into your mids for a week. That would be what I'd say. Or cash up for the following week and get a bigger midfielder, like a Goulden Caldwell type. Something like that. How long does it take to get your license, says Tim? I've already got it. I don't know exactly how many years it takes, but yeah. AFLW Fantasy, here we come, I guess. Bales says Corey. Yep, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, just, again, start Marinoff, start Bowers, and you'll be able to enjoy it. That's what I'll be doing. There's no way I'm not starting with Marinoff, regardless of how expensive she is. Like, we can just trust her every week. Unlike some of these bloody players in the men's fantasy. So what did Goulden have? So Goulden in the first quarter had a 9-point quarter. And he still ended up with, 115 points in 3 quarters. That's how you get it done. Sheldrick to Mills, says Ben. W trade. Yeah, I know. What did Sheldrick end up on? Sheldrick got 76. Yeah. Marinoff, Garner, and Bowers don't care. Garner's the only one I'd consider, but just with the price, I don't know if I can pay for him. Bowers would be so cheap, though. So Mills, 16-point last quarter. Only quarter he had that was decent was that third quarter where he went 23. And he had 16-point second quarter and a 12-point first quarter. So Mills was just shit every quarter. Need to get Goulden, says Elizeno. This week's going to be some shocker scores from teams missing a lot of primos. Yeah, and there'll be people that only got 18, 19, 20, and they've already got multiple sub-70 scores. Up to 93, still need the 7. So if we haven't liked it already, please do. Spruce Moose, no idea which tackle they took off Bont. All 3 of his tackles were legit. Yeah, champion data, they've got no idea. Goulden's so elite, may as well pay up. 1 more week for Mills, last chance. Yeah, I'm going to give Sydney's run still good. I'm not going to trade him straight away, but 67 was not a good debut, not by any stretch. Ben, I really want to risk it with the Nando VC, but Dacos could easily go massive. No, go Dacos. I'm backing Dacos in. Need McCarthy to go big from the Rooks, says Sean. Yeah, we do. Yep, we do. If he goes bad, we're all screwed. Andrew Griffiths, I'm getting Caldwell. Got him in draft. He's a star. Yeah, and he's the one I want, right? I might wait. I might have to wait on Goulden just because I want Caldwell. Caldwell's the one. Doesn't get tagged. Gets it done every week. He's a gun. So I'm looking at him. I'm going Darcy Cameron, captain now, says Elizeno. Yeah, don't mind that call. Good matchup. We're up to 95 likes. Well, just need 5. I do want to go have some dinner. So if anyone hasn't smashed the like, please do. Because I'll go get dinner at some point. It is 10:14 p.m. here. So if we can get the likes smashed out so I can go have some dinner, that'd be fantastic. Grabbed Caldwell 4 weeks ago, says Ben. I wish I did as well, mate. Best trade all year. I wish I did. I wish I went him over Bont, and I went Bont, and I paid, 100k more for Bont, and now Bont is now going to be like 930, and you've got Caldwell was at 1.05. Like, I've lost 200k just by that trade. I've lost 100k from Bont, and I've missed 100k cash gen from Caldwell. So my team value's improved, but it would be that much better if I didn't do that trade. That's what I think. That's what I mean. Like, I go, I'm only spending 60 more K on this player, but like, if they're expensive, they've got more chance of losing money, which means you might lose over 100k because the player you might get will make money. Been the most frustrating year for me, says Ben. Mate, I feel ya. 96 likes, just 4 away. Just need 4 more likes. Well, how am I going to... Actually, what's my matchup looking like, content creators, cut-wise? Look at that. On field, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players, 2 tons. Bergman and Rosie. Like, Rosie good, Mills shit, Bont shit, Doherty good, Warner okay, Bergman good. Like, I know that people probably had worse weeks to start, but yeah, it's just been absolutely atrocious. Oh, yeah, and I'm seeing other teams as well. Like, I'm in a better spot than some other teams. I'm looking at Mitch. You got Rosie there for 120, Bont 72, Butters 79, English 80, Warner 89, Darcy 56. It's a tough start to the round for Mitch. What about Lemon? Lemon's had Rosie, good start. Bergman, good start. Chera 59, Doherty 93. So I wonder if he jumped on Mills. DT Lemon. Let me have a look. Did Lemon jump on him? I'd be interested to see if he did. No, Lemon didn't jump on him. I was hoping he did. Louis 597. I don't think Louis jumped on Mills either. So it looks like people didn't jump on Mills, which is disappointing. 96 likes. So we'll still need 4 more. If we can just get those 4 likes done so I can go on my dinner, that'd be fantastic. Ben Bales, what I do is I try bat my gut and try and go for uniques with good running players that aren't in stacked teams. Like Bont has a lot of gun mids in his team. Yeah, not a bad call. Elizeno, I've played 6 players and only 1 ton. Looking like my worst bye week by far, says Elizeno. Ben, did Jake Lloyd affect Mills? I don't think so. Lloyd was on the wing, but came back for those +6s. Lemon had no one in this game, probably a good thing. Yep. Do you have DoorDash, says Tim? I do. I'm not going to get DoorDash, though. It's too expensive. 97 likes. Appreciate the legend that did that. Just need 3 more. If we can get that done, that'd be fantastic. What about Holmesy? Holmesy have Mills? Doesn't look like it. You got Warner, he's got Kennedy, Liddy, Bont, Chera, and Rosie. So again, yeah, Holmesy's only got the 1 ton so far. So let's have a look at everyone in here in the Content Creators Cup. So just 2 more likes as well, if we can get that done. Jaiden had Rosie, Dale, which are both okay. Chera 59, Hewitt 89, that's not good. Grundy 137, so be very happy with that at least. Lord 63, Horn Francis 37, Davidson 39, okay. DC, Rosie 120, be happy with that. Bergman 120, Bont 72, Doc 93, Kennedy 86, Darcy 56. So he brought, did he bring Darcy in? I don't know if he brought Darcy in. No, I had Darcy last week. What are these? Also Guesty. I know Guesty brought Mills in, but Rosie 120, Chera 59, Doc 93. Don't know who else he got in though. MJ, Rosie 120, Dale 90, Mills 67. That was shit. Bont 72, Chera 59, Butters 79, Liddy 61, Kenny 86, Darcy 56. So yeah, tough round so far for MJ. We're up to 100 now as well. Appreciate everyone doing that once again. Jake, Rosie 120, Mills 67, Bont 72, Doc 93, Liddy 61, Kenny 86, Warner 89, Darcy. He had the VC on Darcy actually with a 56, so you're obviously not taking that. Jordox, Rosie 120, Mills 67, Chera 59, Bont 72, Butters 79. Who's got the captaincy on Brayshaw at the moment? Interesting. He doesn't have it on Dawson or Dacos. Yep, so that's tough as well. Harmy, Rosie 120, Bourbon 120, Chera 59, Bont 72, Warren 89, Davidson 39, Kenny 86, and then Louis got Rosie 120. He's got Whitfield there at, I reckon did he go Whitfield to Mills? Because he's behind Josh Dacos in price, but above McKercher. Maybe Louis did go Mills. 518, it says for his score. Maybe he did. Maybe Louis did go for Mills. I'm not sure. Chera 59, Bont 72, Boom 120, Liddy 61, Kenny 86. So yeah, a lot of low scores there as well. Nathan, Rosie 120, Boom 120, Bont 72, Chera 59, Doc 93, Kenny 86, Warner 89. Luke, Mills 67, Rosie 120, Roberts 45, Doc 93, Bont 72, Chera 59, English 80, Warner 89, Horn Front 37. That's a tough round for Luke. I did Mitch and Lemon before. I think Holmesy, Sasanch, Rosie 120, Berman 120, Chera 59, Bont 72, Butters 79, Darcy 56, Horn Francis 37. Yeah, there's a lot of low scores for everyone going around at the moment. Mini Monk and Fry. Mini Monk, Rosie 120, Burn 120, Mill 67, Chera 59, Bont 72, Butters 79, Liddy 61, Darcy 56. Fry, Rosie 120, Dale 90, Mill 67, Chera 59, Bont 72, Liddy 61. So yeah, a lot of people still being affected by Mills, so obviously not just me. John Holmey, Rosie 120, Burn 120, Mills 67, Bont 72, Butters 79, Sheldrick 76, Liddy 61, Kenny 86, and Darcy 56. So again, 1 ton 2 tons for him, sorry, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players and 2 tons. And then the final 2 was Jepper and Hef. Hef, Mills 67, Bourbon 120, Rosie 120, Kendi 86, Warner 89. That's not too bad for Hef. And then Jepper, Rosie 120, Dale 90, Bont 72, Kendi 86, Darcy 56. And obviously Liddy 61. So that's, again, not too bad either. I don't know if he went... He's got Whitfield at D6. I wonder if he's gone to Mills as well. But, yeah, a lot of people struggling. So I think my own team is not too bad. With Rosie 120, Mills 67, Bourbon 120, Bont 72, Doc 93, Warner 89. So, yeah, I've literally only had Bont and Mills, but most people have got those two. We're back down to 99, so someone's disliked it. So whoever's done that, they're not a legend, but whoever can just get us back to 100, that'd be fantastic. I'll just go through this last bit of chat and then we'll wrap up. What do you think about my trades, says Tim? Good trades, Tim. I like your trades. Yep. Bogue says, I've had 9 play with Grundy's my only ton, 749 points so far. FMDT, I know exactly what that stands for, and I agree. It's tough, mate. It's tough. Louis Leary, I'm 7K away from going Madden/May and Doc/Caldwell. Yeah, that's unfortunate, mate. Back to 101. Appreciate that. I don't know who disliked it, but lots got Chera in Content Creators Cup. Yeah, a lot of people do. Yep. Check how cheap Bont will be next week, says Ben. I've had Mills, Dale, Liddy, Rosie, Chad, and Kendi. 9 with Heaney in the Content Creators Cup, says Corey. Sean, Heaney's been nice trading in round 11 for me. I'll have a look at the prices tomorrow night, just because if I check one, I'll probably check another few. But I've been going for a bit, and I do want some dinner. So I appreciate everyone that smashed the likes up. Again, shit watch along, but we still enjoyed it, I guess. Just jumped on for the light bars. So thank you, Bo. Appreciate that. Heaney's been nice trade in round 11 for me. Nicely done there, Sean. But yeah, I will wrap up now, but appreciate everyone for tuning in as always. Thanks for stream. Thank you, Ben. Go have some dinner. Thanks, Bo. Appreciate that, mate. How does Heaney only go 117 from 5 straight? Considering his first quarter, he's a great score. Very happy with that. But yeah, alrighty, that'll be it. I'll be back tomorrow night. We'll be doing London Watchalong for the Eagles and Collingwood game at Marvel. So hopefully we can get some good scores there. Hopefully tomorrow we can get some good scores from players, because it's been, again, a very tough start to the round. But appreciate everyone as always, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Appreciate like, subscribe. If you will enjoy our Patreon, make sure you do that. Patreon.com/AFL Fantasy Fanatics. Smash like on the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to our channel. I'll be back tomorrow night. I'll let you guys know what time we'll be live. We'll be live at 7:35 game start. Probably be live at... I might start the stream going at like... what is it? 6:45 my time. So 20 minutes before the game starts. So 7:15 Eastern, 5:15 Perth time is when I get the stream started tomorrow. We'll get started there for about 20 minutes before the game starts. So went Henny over Warner 4 weeks ago, and Henny was 20k less. Great, says Louis Leary. Thanks, Bales. Yeah, I did the same thing, mate. I could have gone Henny, and I went with Warner. So anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll catch you guys tomorrow, 7:15 Eastern, 5:15 Perth time for another watch long. So thanks everyone. Have a good night. See ya.